Yo, yes! People,
Man.
attack that goddamn chat, man.
I'm surprised how well that fucking fits.
I know, that really does fit. It might be our new theme song.
Bitch, I don't got money to pay fucking ECDC.
Oh, well, come on, man. I got you, bro. I'll get you back. Come on, man. You gotta help me out.
Man, fuck that. You know how much royalty costs?
Man, it doesn't cost that much. You gotta be like that. You cheap motherfucker.
Eddie, why you gotta be like that? You know, Garrett Smith, my alternate persona, kind of like Clark Clinton and shit.
No, but here's the thing, though, people. I know we were like, hold on. That blue, that doesn't look good. Now that looks good. I like that shit. I like the white and the orange and oh shit, it looks together really good. No,
that's that magic right there, baby.
That is some goddamn magic for your ass. But here's the thing, though, man. We were late as fuck today. I mean, there's no way around it. People, as you can see, we're actually just showing the YouTube chat today. The reason why is we're only showing the YouTube chat is because of the fact that Double Toasted's chat doesn't fucking work when it needs to work, man.
Man, you had so many fucking technical issues this whole fucking time.
I've been working on this shit for about an hour and a half, people. Hour and a half.
I never seen some dude that was like, yo, man, the update's almost done. It's at 80%, 85, Ganja. You ready to start this shit, man? It's going to be a good show. What? 30%?
Yeah. Dude, literally, I was like trying to mellow out with the guitar and everything, and then I was like, I'm going to look... Actually, like when we were talking, I was like looking at funny memes and shit, like just to calm myself down, and I'm just getting more and more aggravated by fucking Windows 10.
Like I'm just picturing you just sitting there strumming your guitar. You start like with some mellow music, maybe some culture funk, and as just the fucking side progressively gets worse for you, it just starts turning to like death metal. By the end of it, you were just playing Metapocalypse and shit.
Yeah, exactly. No, that shit was pissing me the fuck off. But I love that everyone's in the chat right now. Thank you very much. Man. Oh, Gary again! Yeah, he returns! Oh, yeah! Man, and no, actually, Chris Brown, thank you, man. He says, like, fair enough, DT and MC are the only reasons why I have a YouTube account. That's awesome. And, yeah, man, fucking Double Toasted just hit 90,000 subscribers, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, we're almost there at that 100,000. So Double Toasted got to be pushing that
my
shit.
question is, when y'all get 100,000, don't y'all get like a little fancy little plaque or some shit?
I probably won't be getting that. It might go to Sammy, because Sammy likes to say that he's done everything. Yeah, but you're the jabbity, stinging like a bee. No, but, the thing...
Man, I was going to do the other fucking Cassius Clay quote, but I was like, no, that'd get me in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. No, but here's the thing, though, man. And everyone's so great over there, even that guy. So... The thing is, though, people, look at this face. I am angry all the time, and I'm trying to calm the fuck down right now. And the way I can calm down by this whole situation here is by chilling out with you good folks and having you guys come to the call. And I guess I'll explain that to them as I get a lot of other things ready too, Ganja, because we are missing a bird. The bird is gone.
No, I got a bird, but this one's like on my shirt and it's hot as fuck.
Dude, I also feel like that other Marvel comic thing is very bad. I don't like that shit.
No, chill, bird, man. Smoke this shit.
Dude, oh, ketchup, man.
Hey, dude, I'm letting you know right now. If I ever go visit Birdman in Canada, I'm gonna smoke out his bird just like this. Little Penelope's gonna be high as hell.
That dude, that kills birds. We just talked about that.
That's look, I don't want to believe you because me and my friends, we had this bird that loved to smoke with us. Like it was to the point that the bird would see us smoking a joint or something, and he would just run up to the edge of the cage and just start squawking till we blew smoke his way. And I'm not like making up some shit like trying to justify my actions. Like, oh, the bird wanted it. I'm more amazed that the bird fucking wanted it because we would blow smoke his direction, Nick, and he would just lean into it and shit and breathe in deeply.
Do you ever think maybe he was suicidal?
Hey, maybe he was, or maybe he just realized, man, this feels great, and it makes me feel justified living in a cage and shit.
Yeah, Gary, you can say like, yeah, he loves the birds, and I do love the birds too.
Let me do it real quick. He loves the birds.
Oh yes. Damn, did that fuck you up? Like.
Man, I had to make sure my tonsils were there, if not they explode, because Gary is a very hard voice to do.
Dude, yeah, please, thank God you complete the sentence that way. Like, oh, Gary is a very hard voice to do.
Oh, no, he's very hard to do, too, man. You got to catch him in the swamps and shit.
Like, wait, how would he sound, too? Like, in Deliverance?
Oh, no! Ah! Ow! Ah!
Oh, just be quiet, goddammit. Yeah, do it.
I just started picturing Gary in Deliverance and shit. I don't want to!
I'm thinking, and then like with my voice, I was thinking like Hank Hill like adopted him. And
what?
Yeah, just like God damn it, Gary, shut the fuck up. Propane.
Get out of my purse.
That's fucked up. Oh, poor Gary. I think he likes it though.
My favorite moment was when we were hanging out with everybody, the Double Toasted crew in New York, and I was like, "Hey, you guys want to hear the Gary voice?" And everybody just in unison was like, "Fuck that!"
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna say everyone was like, "Yay!"
No.
They were all like, fuck that shit, because it's really fucking annoying, actually. Not you, Gary. I'm saying Ganja's version of you. By the way, Justin, hey ya. I don't know why he said hey ya. Is he like listening to the Outkast song? You know, something like that. Like,
You know, let's be honest. Outcast, the later days were very open to Mormon ideas. It was all about dancing and good love and free times, and a stupid kid show was on Cartoon Network.
Speaking of music, by the way, too. I like how you were talking so formal, and I'm about to like go into some sad shit, whatever the fuck. But you guys probably recognize that song we were playing, and it was AC/DC. And there's a reason why we're playing it, man. What's the name of this song, by the way, Mr. Ganja Guru?
See, this wasn't my song. I forgot what it was, man.
No, of course. It's DT. I hope you were like, DT, yeah!
Fuck no, I was going to scream DT, motherfucker. When you said DT, I was like, man, wait. AC/DC had a song called DT? Don't they know that means fucking detox?
Yeah, and maybe that was the purpose of the song. I don't know. But
Got it.
it's from this album over here, and then you'll probably also notice this too. This song is actually from Maximum Overdrive. Now, the reason we're playing AC/DC to start the show today is because we got a little bit of sad news. Now, this is where I am going to need your help, because I, for some reason, cannot remember the name of this fucking dude whatsoever. But the guitarist, I think, right, from AC/DC, he died.
Oh, fuck. My thing with that is, like, he was well known as a guitarist, but I didn't know, apparently, that this motherfucker actually founded the band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently he's the founder of it. Like, he's either one of the main guys that helped form the band, or he's the one guys that pushed it along heavy. Mm-hmm. But I always thought he was just a weird dude playing guitar in the background. Like, I always confused him with the other guy that would dress up like kind of like a schoolboy.
Yeah. Like, and the thing, maybe it's the same guy. I don't know, because I'm looking over here too, and like this particular little bit over here, like when he's doing, I think this is like Thunderstruck or like.
Yeah, I think that is Thunderstruck right there.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I didn't know that song came out in the 90s. Like, even though that song came out in the 90s, it still felt old as fuck. And actually, now I'm looking at this video, this is definitely not that song, because Thunderstruck has that weird-ass, like everyone seems to be in some kind of, like, battle dome place or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck it was.
Oh,
yeah.
Da, da, oh,
da, 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 da. I was like, what? What's he saying? Da, da. I remember, like, going to baseball games, and they kept playing that fucking song over and over again.
It was either that or fucking Zombie Nation. Oh. My mom used to make fun of that song. My mom was kind of fucked up. She's to give you all a little reference, she's full-blooded Puerto Rican, so this makes a little more context. But we were hanging out at a ballpark once, and they were playing Zombie Nation, and she was like, "Man, all they play is Journey and fucking Zombie Nation, because that's all white people know how to keep in sync to."
Damn.
I looked at my mom. I was like, "Mom, damn, if that was any other color, you'd be racist as fuck right now."
No, but Zombie Nation, I actually do not remember this song. Wait, who was it by again, or?
Oh man, it was one of those weird '90s EDM bands. Honestly, if you just put in Zombie Nation, that shit will pop up right away. And Birdman, you're fired.
Oh
yeah,
I do, Birdman.
I figured as much. I was having a nice dream, man. Everything's going well. I look up, I'm like, man, that was a great nap. Ah, fuck, not again.
And like, I think the reason why it was a great nap is because I was asleep.
You were dead ass, sir.
Yeah, dead ass as fuck, as a New Yorker would say, even though no New Yorker fucking said that 2 weeks ago.
Motherfucker, I think New York's a stereotype. Like, expected fucking Italians to be handing him pizza saying dead ass in the same fucking sentence.
Dude, I would have loved that, though.
Hey, man, stay trill, son. Keep on my bees.
I was really hoping, though, like, I got into a bunch of conversations with New Yorkers, like, "Hey, how you doing over there, you motherfucker?"
One that gave you a CD.
Wait, who gave me an STD? What?
I don't know what happened there. I thought it gave you a CD, man. If he had any other fun, I wasn't fucking there.
No, that motherfucker, yeah, that dude. Well, he wasn't very New Yorker-ish. He was just an asshole. He's just like, hey, you, white boy. Dude, and literally he was cussing at him, too. He was like, "Hey, you fucking white boy." Yeah. And I was like, damn, what did Alan do? He's like, "Listen to my shit, bitch." Oh, that was
Hey, man, that's probably how the fucking ACD started, man. They were probably on the back of the trunk just forcing that shit down people's throat in the first half.
Yeah, but to go back on topic over here and everything too, because I'm looking at the chat and man, like Chris Brown's actually helping me out a lot. He was saying, wasn't the drummer under investigation of murder? I actually did not know about that.
Nah, me either.
But Malcolm Young was pretty fucking young. And check that out.
Is 64 really young though, man?
No, that's young as fuck, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, because like that's the thing, especially nowadays too, when technology works the way it is and medicine works the way it is too, and then this dude had money behind him as well. Like, this dude should have not died at 64, especially.
I don't know, man. Rock star, like him living to 64 is like a fucking like he might as well be an elder, man.
And like he lived during the golden age of rock stars, like the late 70s, early 80s, like back when the cocaine was pure and the women were easier.
Damn. It's like
Hey
the
man, I
good
just
old
use the
days.
stereotype of rock and roll. Don't get mad at me. That's what they say.
And this is Thunderstruck, by the way.
Oh.
That was a cool little thing there. I wish they did like actual concerts like that. That would be cool. Look at him. He's
They
like,
had concerts like Battle Domes.
yeah, exactly. That shit was cool. It was like a nice little cage there. I was like, yes, it's like let's fight for a title. But yeah, man. Then I don't know why. I guess like this is Death Day. I think this is Tom Petty now. I don't know what the fuck's up with the site. but Malcolm Young though, man. Yeah, there's so many great riffs of fucking AC/DC that I loved. And I don't know, like Alan, have you ever been to AC/DC? I know that's kind of stereotyping because you're white as fuck. But
I've heard a few things, probably just as much as any regular person has heard it on the radio or in movies and shit. So.
yeah, man. Like for me, like Ganja, actually, let me ask you, like, what was one of your favorite AC/DC songs, or one of the songs that kind of like you just go straight to when you think about AC/DC?
Thunderstruck, man. I know it's very fucking like basic mainstream. Like, oh man, everybody likes Thunderstruck. That's everybody's favorite ACD's music. But like, that's the thing. Like, I've always liked that hype of it. It's kind of like because my dad used to take me to a lot of football events, and that was the thing that always fucking played when the Dolphins came out in like the late '90s. So it was supposed to hype up the audience, and it did. As a little kid, that shit got me hyped. I was at the audience going and just seeing all like favorite players running out and shit. So it's got a memory with me. So I always prefer Thunderstruck, but man, AC/DC is one of those bands that I've listened to so many of their songs that I can't tell you a specific track because they've all kind of blended together with me. Like I've heard their album so many goddamn times that I can never single out an album and be like, oh, Ganja, what's this track from? I don't know. Number 5 on my iPad.
Number 5, yeah. Actually, you know what's funny is I actually remember back in the day being able to just name songs like that. Like, hey, dude, put on number 4. He's like, got you. It's like there's like 100 fucking CDs, and like I just say number 4. He's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, you know, that's the way it was. Yeah, that's how it was back in the day. Back in the day, people had better memory because like we had to remember people's fucking phone numbers and shit like that. Smartphones are making us suck.
Well, not only that, you had to remember your favorite artist because I don't remember if you remember doing this, Nick, but sometimes they'll let you call in to request songs.
Mm-hmm.
It was always like some automated recorder, but if you pressed the right number or you said the right band, you would get lucky and everybody else voted for that same band and you would hear that next in the playlist.
Yeah.
I remember they did that for Nickelodeon once. They had a thing where you could choose your own cartoon, and they would like whoever got the most votes, they would play that cartoon next.
Yeah, exactly. I remember there's even this channel called The Box, and you would call on the phone. It would cost like $2, but basically they would have like a playlisting on the side that tells you like, hey, your song just came up, but there's like 10 others in front of it. You gotta fucking wait. I used to love that shit, dude. It was so fucking cool. And I'm looking in the chat right now too. Chris Brown, like them 3 chords. Yeah, they kind of like did the same thing over and over again too.
All right, let's be honest. That was 80s rock. Everyone was guilty of sounding the same.
Yeah, and then Red Robot's King saying Alan almost got fucked by that guy. That's not good. Don't get fucked by any guy, Alan. That's
don't be getting fucked by guys, man. That's not good. Nice.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but it might hurt a little bit. Also too though, Ruth was laughing at me saying Nick wants a cage match concerts live from Thunderdome Meghan Trainor. No, dude, I just like concerts that have a whole like a gimmick to it. You know what I mean? Like I know Korn did that for a little bit too. They had the fucking cage in the background. Metallica has fireworks.
Man,
Slipknot.
Cypress Hill had that giant Buddha that they would smoke out at the end of every concert.
Yeah, and dude, okay, I hate to say this
Rise,
too.
Buddha, rise!
No, and then, dude, I gotta say, those trap groups or whatever the fuck, like with the lights and everything, like.
I don't know if they are still doing that shit, Nick. Because I don't know if you saw on Facebook recently, there was this artist. I don't know his name. I think it was XXXTentacion. Mm-hmm. But it was probably somebody else. He has a photo going around where he just lost in the concert and he's just shaking the mic stand up and down.
Why the fuck?
So I'll post a picture of that SpongeBob episode where he has a doodle and he's like, "Yo, man, the trap got so hard they're mimicking SpongeBob now."
Yeah, man. No, but I just love fucking concerts with that gimmick. I like when people are so fucking into the shit. Even like Limp Bizkit came down on a fucking spaceship before. NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. I do not talk good about them at all, but man, they had some fucking cool little things going up on stage.
I want it that way.
We're talking about the Backstreet Boys.
Tell me why you're a bird, man. Tell me why.
Oh man, no, but
you know that well off the top of your head, man.
Hey, my mom was a huge fan of fucking NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, so I fucking heard those songs so God damn many
I remember
times.
hearing this fucking bye 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 being sing like bye
Bye,
bye
bye,
bye.
That's their
bye.
biggeth hit. So.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I feel like, man, that's awful that we're talking about
Man,
fucking
I have to
AC/DC.
say that like after the end, that movie with Seth Rogen and all his friends basically came out. I think they kind of redeemed Backstreet Boys to a little degree. Because I swear to God, I never heard that song "Backstreet's Back" so much till after that movie came out.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that ending was great too. Like it really made the song better. That fucking this is the end
Oh
thing.
fuck you, Adrian! I was better than fucking any of those Knicks.
When he's saying "Ganja stop," no, like it's not bad. It's not bad at
I
all.
was singing like a beautiful angel blessed by the Pope Francis himself.
Yeah, and then not to mention he was singing to his fucking competition at the next karaoke. So I mean, it wasn't too bad. Have you
I
guys a
am
fail off?
never singing again.
You know you are. I'm gonna get a couple drinks in you, dude. You're gonna be all feeling
Let
happy.
me and you.
Whatever happens after that, let
Man.
the Lord deal with that shit.
Waiting before you get a dick in your ass.
Hmm?
Because every time we talk about doing something with you getting drunk, you're like, yeah, man, if you get that many drinks in me, I don't know what happens. I was like, oh, he's got a number.
Dude, you do not want to be around me when I'm lonely, dude. You're gonna get some pain. Like, holy shit.
Now see, that
Is
shit
he
coming,
gonna
son.
fight me or fuck me?
He won't see it coming either.
Let that-
He's gonna do both. He's gonna beat your ass and then fuck your ass.
No, but really quick before we go, because I know this is pretty disrespectful that we're on topic so much with the AC/DC thing. We haven't even got to the rules yet, and we'll get to that soon.
Ooh.
But the thing is, that I really just want to talk about is my favorite song of all time by AC/DC, man. I fucking love this song, and everyone knows it. If the fucking bell would go off one more goddamn time, yes.
Theme.
Oh yes, here it
Oh,
is.
yeah,
Hell's
Spider-Man
Bells.
theme, yeah.
Man, Spider-Man theme. How is it Spider-Man?
Spider-Man 3 Bell Tower. I was making a joke.
Sure, I think you're still asleep. You might want to lay back down, wake up in another 5 minutes, and come back to us.
If I lay down, I'm not getting back up.
Yeah, no shit. I don't blame you, man. But no, this fucking song, people, this was the greatest shit ever. If it can... God, that's way too much build-up for this fucking song. Good lord. I quit! Alright, shit. It's not gonna play nothing. But AC/DC, man. Hell's Bells, one of my favorite songs ever. It actually reminds me a lot of The Undertaker. I always wanted The Undertaker to come out with that fucking song. But I love this stuff, though, man.
Vince McMahon ain't gonna pump out that much cash for that fucking royalty check.
I mean, he did that for Johnny Cash and, like, you know, ain't no grave to hold
Yeah,
my
but that
body
was when Johnny
down.
Cash was dead already. That's when that shit gets cheaper.
Yeah. And then Chris Brown says, now we know why Nick stays head. And yes, and on top of just, I have a really fucking huge face, and I do not like it very much. And my big fucking nose. And the whole thing. But,
And his angry fucking eyes.
I don't know. Dude, I have nice, pleasant eyes. What are you talking about?
Man, you were looking into my soul, and I felt every judgment for every sin I committed in the last 12 years.
Well, that's
That's a lot of them.
Yeah.
That was a lot. I was standing there for a good minute there, Alan.
Well, you're pure evil. That's why. But here's the thing, people.
I am pure.
Shut the fuck. So here's the thing. We're going to do these a little bit different tonight, people. What's going to happen is we're going to have to definitely do this show. Possibly, like, to get you guys in, might have to be through Facebook because I'm having lots of issues on my end with the double toasted chat. I mean, it's working for PMs, but it's just I can't tell when you guys want to come in. So you're gonna have to let me know in the YouTube chat. Okay, that's right there in the YouTube chat. Just tell me, hey, I want to get into the call, whatever. If you guys feel like you can add something to the topic too, because I don't want to like make anyone feel weird or you know. And I've been getting complaints too. I gotta make sure to be entertaining, ganja. So yeah, I mean, just make sure. Let me know when you want to get into the call and everything. Oh, yes.
I could do a little, make a little love, and get down tonight, Nick.
Oh, shut the fuck. But yeah, just let me know. And then also too, man, in case this Nick's head is huge, but Ganja's too pretty. That's great. That big. That fucking big Ganja. But the thing is,
his other head.
oh man, don't play drums with my dick. Oh!
Hey man, when you hit the left one, it's got more bass than the right one. That's a little weird.
Okay, and actually, I see you right there. You said, Raheem, I wanted to get into the call. I will bring you on, but if there's background noise, man, you're gonna get the band hammer, goddammit, just for today. Though.
Ah!
I am.
If he was just listening, they just heard me scream for no fucking reason.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, we cannot let Gary out. I'm sorry, Gary, but goddammit, dude, you just fucking scream. I can't control you.
How about this, Gary? You type what you want, and I'll do your voice for you.
No,
Because-
that's even worse.
No,
Can we
yeah,
kick
fuck
Ganja?
that. Yeah, can we kick
Aw.
Ganja?
Fuck you, I'm a host.
We'll see what happens. No, but
Yeah,
honestly,
so am I. Where's the
Yeah,
game
but you're a sleepy host.
Damn it. Didn't get the power. Fuck.
okay,
You win this round.
I'll give you the power now. But
Oh,
here's
good.
the thing.
Okay, bye, Ganja. No,
Aw, that's
let me just ruin the show.
no,
now
but
I
yeah.
get to take a nap.
And Gary's just like, never mind, fuck you guys.
Oh, we love you, Gary.
Actually, no, Gary is a really fun dude to talk to and everything. It's just when he screams, I'm scared. I'm
So
very scared.
anytime he talks.
Oh no.
Oh.
Actually, man, I really fucked up too because I really want to do a Halloween special again with Gary on SoundCloud because fucking last year I had so much fun doing that with him. It's fucking awesome. But anyways,
Well, you can always do it in 2018, I guess.
like yeah, right. I know a month later and everything too. Maybe we'll do it for horror Christmas or something. I don't know, Gary. I'll get to you on that actually. But
I think you can actually do that with all the kind of movies that's come out for Christmas nowadays.
yeah, I mean Krampus is one of them, and I want to watch that shit. But yeah, I don't know. But people, yeah. Speaking of that though, just make sure to look on the bottom left corner of your screen on the double toasted side. You'll see a PM. And then also, too, if that doesn't work out for you, I will definitely send you a message on Facebook. So be looking for Nick Diaz on Facebook, and you'll be getting a message from me, and then that's me, and then me, Ganja. The rules!
Ooh, wait, I get to do the rules, Alan.
God,
For example, rule number 1, newcomers join the car first. We like new people, so bring on those fresh-smelling faces. Rule number 2, do not touch each other. Oh, yeah. Rule number 3, please no nudity, Alan. Don't fuck your bird. Rule number 4, Nick, do not give anyone else the link, including my crazy ass. Rule number 5, read the rules, and Alan, where you go? That fucking hurt my throat.
That's what she said.
Oh, no, damn it.
Lord.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, motherfucker.
God damn it. I'm more mad at Gary for shit Ganja does than what actually Gary does, man.
That's so fucking unfair.
I remember one time we're in the fucking after hours, man, and Gary starts talking some shit, so I get mad and start yelling at him, and then he continues, and I was like, man, fuck you, Gary. It's like, everyone's like, that was Ganja.
I was so
That's so
proud that
fucked
night.
up. Oh, God. And Gary's just so innocent, like, what did I do? Just like chilling.
He was like that. He did his normal voice. He's like, hey, fuck you, Birdman.
Fuck you, you fucking motherfucker. Oh, poor Alan, dude. I'm so sorry, Alan. Oh,
He got
man.
this sad little dog face now. He's like, no,
I know.
no more.
This is like the first time I've ever seen him sad, by the way, too. Like, me and him in fucking New York, like, he's always fucking happy no matter what. And right now, I never got to see that face.
I'm just thinking, no, what it is, my brain's just like half away, but I'm good. We're good.
Okay.
That was a great way to wake you up then.
Exactly. I guess we'll do
Wake
that now.
up, motherfucker!
Fuck this, I'm going back to bed.
Oh man, but
In
the
your
people,
dreams.
I'll be looking out in the chat though and trying to find some of you guys to bring you on and everything too, because it will be fucking cool just for us to hanging out and talk some shit and etc. etc. But yeah, dude. First off, man, like one thing I really want to talk about, and there's really not a lot to say about this, dude. But The Incredibles 2, that trailer or the teaser is out. What do you feel about this, man? I'm gonna show it really quick, like over here, but like.
No, yeah, all you have to do is show it quick.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know what to think about this. Like, it's cool. I like the baby having the fucking, you know, the whatever.
You're right. The logo is kind of cool, but they basically like that baby having a bunch of powers is basically kind of the after credits or the kind of hidden short at the end of the original Incredibles. But basically, it's like at this point when it comes to a teaser, like this is what I expect when I hear teaser. I expect some like kind of just some nonsensical crap. Like it really was just baby has powers and the characters don't seem to have aged in the last 15 years.
Yeah, and I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
what-
Go ahead.
no, actually,
Oh,
no,
hello, Justin.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
man. No, but what were you gonna say, Justin?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, the baby, that's not even the end credits. That was the way they defeated the bad guy in the first movie.
Oh yeah, right, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but
Well,
because I've heard different things about this. There was the rumor going that this movie would take, like, it would start right after the end of the last movie, and then there'd be a time jump in the plot.
Okay, I think that works out better.
Yeah, no, I hope that's the case, because, yeah, when I saw this teaser, I was surprised. I'm like, really? They're sticking with the baby and discovering the powers? I mean, which, you know, I was talking to Chris Cox about it. He's like, yeah, well, I guess that would make sense if they're trying to keep to, like, the family-friendly mode of it. But it would be more interesting if it was, you know, a time jump to make them older to compensate for the fact that, you know, Craig T. Nelson is not as young as he used to be. He's probably in his 50s or 60s now. You know, the guy playing Mr. Incredible. So,
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Man, I can't believe Chris Cox actually said that. For people that are not watching it or are fans of Double Toasted or thespill.com, Chris Cox is actually Cyrus from the spill.com days. And
Yeah.
my thing is, I can't believe he said that it considered a family film because I actually went on a trip with a bunch of Christian schools and they played The Incredibles as one of the short movies just as our destination to the field trip. And I've noticed there was a lot of dull sequences. Like they deal with cheating, they deal with relationships not being as vibrant as they were. Like if you look at the parent side of the story, it's a very deep-handed movie about like adults dealing with like kind of growing old together and what's the negativity and the positivity that's come with that. To the point
but
that
it's done subtly. So
it's not subtly because I think they make
Dude,
a
I'll
joke.
jump on that harder. Like the fucking movie starts off with a gunfight with the police, and bullets are bouncing off the police car. I was watching this go with a friend, going, "Are they shooting at the fucking police? Is this a kids movie? What the fuck?"
Well, my favorite is the one where they talk about the 2 kids when they get captured. You're like, you got the girl and got busy, and you're like, whoa,
Yeah,
No,
like,
no.
whoa.
There's a better conversation with the mom going, "This isn't one of your Saturday morning cartoons. If they find you, they will kill you." I'm like, Jesus Christ, Mom, why don't you ease it up a little bit? Like a little bit? It's like she goes, "They'll fucking kill you. Don't fucking
You will die, motherfucker.
She's like, fuck, what kind of kids movie is this? Goddamn. Okay, go.
Yeah. Damn.
Shoot, bitch. No,
Yeah,
but
I was looking at her too, like fucking bitch.
I was
crazy.
hoping for a better teaser trail, like for a lot of people that were friends of the Incredible Hulks, like Incredible Hulks, the Incredibles, like me. I grew up really with this series and like big fan of it as a kid. To like I was waiting for the sequel to appear a long time, and now the fact their teaser trailer is just basically a Disney short that you can find on Disney Channel or on their fucking website. It's kind of lackluster, and it doesn't make me really hyped up for the movie. I'm waiting for the full trailer before I get.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they're waiting to pull out the big guns for the next trailer. Like this one was just
going to come by next year.
Yeah, it's coming Well, because the movie's coming out summer this year. So
Wait, summer this year? Summer's over. We're in fucking.
No. I mean, summer this is coming. Sorry.
Summer this year. It came out 6 months ago. Okay, guys, get ready.
Alan's just mad because he's waiting for snow.
It won't fucking snow. It's fucking November, man.
Well, and I also heard the people joining this cast, like they're still keeping mom on a couple casting news, but Catherine Keener's joining, who was the mom from Get Out, the mom of the main girlfriend, and then Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul is going to be a character. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens with this. But one thing to talk about too, like I there's really not much to say about the Incredibles 2, so that's why I'm moving on so fast from this, by the way. But the one thing I want to bring up as well is, and the high score we touched on this too, so I can't say too much. But goddamn, PIkachu speaking English, dude, Ganja, I'm actually curious because I have not talked about this to you at all. I love this.
I thought this was a joke.
If y'all, my thing, Nick, if you really want to show this in its entirety, go to that video and press play.
Yeah. Do you have the YouTube link with the audience reacting to it?
I hope it works. Please tell me it works.
The thing is,
yeah, I can look it up too because I have it. But
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get this because this is like on Twitter or some shit. The clip I have, but people were reacting to this in such a fucking way. They were just like basically.
My thing is not even how they react, Nick. Is you got to think of the whole setup. You got to imagine that there's like hardcore Pokemon fans, like in our age group, maybe a little bit older, and they're loving this shit right now. You also got to think that there's probably kids that are just now getting into Pokemon for the first time. This is basically their first Pokemon movie. They have no memories of the '90s. They have no idea who the fuck half of the original Pokemons are. They know their generation of Pokemon. And just to see the adults in the audience react like little kids, I just love that shit, man.
Yeah, and I'm trying to see if I can find a way to play this fucking thing because I didn't even think
okay,
about.
I posted the link on the chat there actually too. So.
Well, I actually want to play in a sense where you guys can actually hear it as well, but there's no way to do it. But I mean, yeah, I do have the clip here, and I mean we can't hear it obviously, but here it is, and. The thing is, like, basically what happens here is Pikachu and Ash, it's the same ending as, like, that fucking first movie or whatever. They're just laying down, all the Pokemon are looking at them, they've turned evil, they're about to fucking do some shit, about to attack him, do all the moves, solar beams and all that bullshit. And Pikachu just looks at Ash and literally just goes, like, I love you. Like, I forgot what the fucking words, but it was basically
no, what he says, because they're about to die, Ash is like, why won't you ever get back in your Pokeball? And, Pikachu's like, it's because I always want to be with you. And the best thing is that one guy, in the audience who's like, what the fuck?
No. Literally, he screams that shit. I love that man. He was the most honest opinion there. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, she was hilarious.
Everyone laughed. I'm sure that's not the reaction because that's supposed to be a really emotional scene, but everyone in the theater erupts in laughter during that
No,
scene.
they're laughing and everyone's like, no, no.
The thing is, though, dude, I loved it. Like, I don't know why, but like that shit was so emotional that situation is so dire and so fucking intense and so emotional that Pikachu literally just was like, I'm gonna speak English. Like, I can talk another language because I'm so emotionally fucking devastated right now. They're about to die.
I think the problem is if it had been executed better, it wouldn't be so jarring. Because I get what they were going for in the scene. It's a very emotional bit. I mean, because there's actually a couple from what I know about the movie, having not seen it yet. I've interacted with some people who did see it, and they were like, "Yeah, no, some very emotional scenes throughout that whole movie." But it's just the way that this thing had never been introduced before. It was never hinted at. It was just implied, just like somehow Ash just understands Pikachu speaking English all of a sudden, just because. But if that had been executed better and a little bit more organically, but it's the fact that it just out of the blue suddenly he starts speaking English, that's what distracts people.
I feel like if it was executed a little bit better, it would have been more like Ash having his like last moment with his Pokemon and him just hallucinating Pikachu saying that.
Mm-hmm.
See, yeah, exactly. That would have been that would have been better. Or at least like somehow he kind of implicitly understands what's being said, not just literally like, oh, now he's just speaking English because.
Like that could easily end it with just Pikachu hugging him closer and him forcing him into the ball. Like that
would have been sweet.
Show, not tell, motherfuckers.
But see, another thing too, I feel like maybe there's a slight chance of this, like we're just missing some type of context. Like,
The voice creeps me out. Fuck yeah, it does. It sounds like some evil anime chick.
Yeah, I mean, they all sound creepy. Like, I mean, fucking Bellsprout's like this planet is just like Bellsprout.
No, it's the voice they used was like something from like one of those crazy animes we used to watch on the Now and Dead and Gone Forever anime night, where it's just like, I will love you forever, Ash, forever in your soul.
Ever and ever.
You know what
There's some
anime night
shining
didn't
stuff
go into
going on there.
Pokeball? Because it wants to be with us forever. And we fucking deleted that shit. No, aw, rest in peace, anime night, you sack of shit. No, but the thing is, though, like, yeah, I maybe there's context that we're missing. Like, actually, Alan, I want to ask you, like, what do you think about this?
I always think that whole thing, I always think so, because I like Pikachu. The idea of Pikachu is basically a shit-talking bitch. So the idea that's like, I love you, that should have ended with bitch, and that would have been perfect.
Imagine
I love you, ketchup.
Just think of Jet whenever you think of Pikachu.
Like-
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah,
Oh my
Jet is
gosh.
Pikachu, dude. Like, just imagine, like, especially in the beginning of those video games, and you turn around, it's like, "Hey, Jet, how you doing?" And Pikachu looks up at you, like, "Fuck you," like just angry all the time.
Just think about that. Just how that relationship is. Like Jet still hangs around, but kind of hates everything and everyone.
You know
but
what I was
still
thinking?
chills around.
I was actually thinking, like, next time we go do one of those fucking double toasted meet and greet things, whatever, I'm gonna pick up Jet, and then she's just gonna like electrocute a bunch of birds, like a bunch of Spearos.
She'll
or something
electrocute
coming
your ass.
Red Robot, aka Raheem the Dream, don't you dare assault me with that. Call me a Clefairy.
at us. Ooh, damn! Why?
That is assaultive. You might as well call me gay.
Clearly, he's wheezing.
Wait, no, but
Bitch.
no, and to be respectful to Justin, being gay is not a bad thing. Like, okay,
Man, I heard people
Why did you have to specify me on that one?
Yeah, why
man,
is it-
your shirt. That's why. No, I'm just playing. You don't look gay. I don't know.
I'm sorry I'm fashionable tonight. I went on a date, thank you.
Oh, you went on a
Gotta go.
date? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
shit.
gonna talk about that. Oh yeah. Oh,
Ha 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 ha.
Fuck this Pokemon shit.
yeah, fuck Pokemon shit. Yeah, no shit.
Did you poke her mom?
Oh, yes. Did she get
I'm
to
just
see your
saying that
Pokeballs?
Did you convert her?
Ooh.
There was a fine set of Pokeballs in play there.
Oh,
nice.
that was-
No.
God,
Make
You
her jiggle.
suck.
Did you make her jiggles puff?
no.
If you said it'd make her Jigglypuff, that would have been funnier and make more sense.
No,
No,
the Jiggles Puff. That was better. I like Jiggles
Yeah,
Puff.
I made a decision. I thought the first way route. No, you're wrong, Alan.
I just really hope that he was. I just really hope he was very like Charmanding.
No,
Like charming,
no. Why should
charming.
you?
I was trying. I wasn't saying anything because I was trying to think of a good one. But thank you, Nick, for just spitballing
Hey,
out there.
hey, Justin, did she use her meowth?
Hey, did you go slow, bro?
Okay, that was a better one. That was a better one.
Thank
Fuck
you.
all of y'all. All of y'all.
I love Tay right now. Fucking boo!
Fucking boo. Oh,
Hey man,
man.
Tay's acting just like these motherfuckers that watch this scene right now.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, dude, but like,
Man, I've had that happen in a theater. I was watching Paranormal Activity 3, and fuck that movie. But when the movie fucking ends, some guy in the front goes, "What the fuck did I watch?"
No, I was that guy when the Now You See Me movie happened, when the twist ending came up.
Oh,
And
fuck
I was the
that
guy who-
movie.
See, because I like that movie, but that ending was
That movie's a pile of shit, and that ending is just a shit.
I
sprinkled
don't
on the
agree,
shit
but
cake.
that ending was the worst part because I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" And I said that out loud where everyone could hear me. I was like,
oh man, yeah, I don't know if I've ever had that situation in any kind of movie, except for actually Transformers 2 when Optimus just flies for no reason.
Wait, you mean Transformers 4? Transformers 2 is when fucking what's his face goes to robot heaven.
No, that's the same
"Alright,
movie.
with Shia LaBeouf," yeah.
Those are the same
Why is
movie.
it
Yeah.
fucking 2?
Yeah,
I
'cause-
fucking cockblocked myself reacting to a movie.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah,
What
I
was
remember the
this?
story. What
No.
happened again?
Man, we went to go see that Red Riding Hood with that one girl with the big fucking bug eyes.
Okay, that
And-
wasn't her, but I know what the movie you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you know what I'm talking about. So it was the first time going out with this chick, and she really loves this actress. But this is a horrible fucking movie. I am just grinding my teeth the whole time and keeping my. If y'all know me, y'all know I love to make jokes and insult shit. So the whole time, I'm just keeping that shit into myself and just holding in. Finally, there's this scene where she's starting to figure out that one of her boyfriend characters is possibly the werewolf, and he's just doing these very hardcore, horribly written dialogues like, "Yeah, sometimes when I look at you, all I can see is a fresh meal." And when I
Red
think of
Riding
you, my
Hood, that movie.
yeah, you Red Riding Hood. So he
movie
keeps going,
sucks.
talking
I forgot
about
about that.
when I look at you, my mouth waters, and I just can't control myself. And she's going, but like the way he's doing the dialogue and emoting, he's not showing any threat. It looks like he's just really fucking horny.
Isn't that Gary Oldman that's in the movie?
No,
Yes.
and then it's some younger kid that's doing this part, and he just looks at her and goes, "Yeah, you're so beautiful, I could eat you." And I just died laughing at that part. I never got. hit in
Meanwhile,
my
he's looking at
ribs.
you like this, like, "How dare you laugh
Wait,
at my
oh
dialogue?"
shit, Amanda Seyfried is in that movie. My bad, man. I just thought it was another blonde.
Right there, that's
That
the
was a
scene.
joke
He,
that,
looked at her, he goes,
go
"I
ahead.
want to eat you so bad." I laughed my ass off. She looks at me like I damn near cussed the movie out the whole time.
You know what sucks is like I say the same shit to like popcorn. I want to eat you so bad. But
But also to get back on the point of the Pokemon movie, I've actually heard this new Pokemon movie is not that bad. It's not great, but it's supposed to be watchable. Because I mean, it's
It's
essentially
watchable, that's good.
well, I mean sometimes it's okay, but it's essentially a rewrite of the beginning of Pokemon, except no Brock, no Misty, no Gary, and then they just skip over.
Oh yeah!
oh yes,
Gary.
Oh,
That would be awesome if our Gary was the Gary in Pokemon. It's
oh,
like,
man.
No, because I actually like Pokemon.
Dude, what would be Gary's starter Pokemon actually? Like Gary Eakins.
oh no.
Gary would
Signs
be a
up.
Pokemon.
Gary would be
Gary
a
is
Pokemon.
Dude, imagine Gary. No, and then instead of saying his name over and over, he'll be like, "Bitch, bitch, 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 bitch,
Bitch.
Oh no, bitch!
Oh lord.
I'm gonna get you, bitch. Get over here,
Not
bitch."
today, bitch!
I want to get in that Pokeball. Oh yeah.
Gary, use
Yeah.
bird attack. Oh yeah, fucking the bird.
Oh lord, please tell me we have another topic.
Dude, Gary just be chasing a bunch of. Gary's just changing a bunch of Pidgeys and fucking Spearows.
I'm a fucking bird. I just want to point out, as I'm screaming this shit, I have my niece, my cousin, and my cousin's kid next door, and I have my headphones in. I just realized that they probably think I'm fucking mentally ill screaming out "fuck the birds."
Good.
Yeah, see, this is why I'm in the
Later.
basement.
Shut up.
But I will say one more thing too, man, that I had to bring up. I hate, Alan, this is punishment for being late today. I wasn't going to say this. In our Google Docs,
Man, I realized I fucked that up like mid show. Motherfuckers, it's just, dude, IGN, fuck IGN. The article just says Smith.
No, you can't blame IGN. You got to read the article, sir.
because this
Oh
is the
boy,
article,
what's
right?
this?
This is the article.
Man, read the first word. Variety says that's Smith.
Justice Smith joins the
Man,
Pokemon
I
flip.
fucked that up.
Yeah,
I know. I
Justice
just
Smith.
thought, like, I don't know.
All
I
right,
thought Will
So what
Smith,
happened
man.
was in the Google
What the
Docs, he
fuck is
literally
Justice
wrote.
Line-
Smith?
Yeah, there's the first line above that one.
Shut
So-
up, Justin. Nobody asked you.
Good. Oh man, but no, and he changed it.
You
I have to
little
rewrite
bitch.
it.
You little bitch.
God, no, he wrote it in there. He wrote it in there, and he changed it because before people, I just showed you. Before that shit was literally fucking Will Smith. He wrote that shit on there, and that's bullshit. because I gotta tell you, dude.
That's awesome.
That shit made me laugh so fucking hard. I was laughing
Well,
so
I
hard.
figured, why would anyone give a shit unless it's Will Smith?
Hey, apparently Justice Smith is a pretty good actor. I mean, having
Yeah,
seen
to
the
which
Get
I
Out.
thought with who?
Man, the best part was we were looking at articles and shit, and I was like, Nick, man, I just noticed something. What, man? What? Look, that motherfucker's name talking about Will Smith. He did it again. That motherfucker didn't even bother reading the article.
No,
I did read the article. I did read that line. They had that in afterwards, man. That wasn't there when I first saw it.
Alan got us reported fake news now.
No, that wasn't there. That was an update.
no, but man, it shit's hilarious though because honestly, like I care more about that than this fucking dude playing Pikachu. Like,
Oh yeah, your fuck up was way more hilarious than us. Like, hey guys, what do you think about this dude?
yeah,
I
like,
Tried to
don't
look it
know,
up. There's no relation to Will Smith or Eddie Smiths. It is
No.
just another person with the exact same
Hey,
last name. That
that's
always
my-
throws me off.
That's my cousin, Alan.
Bullshit.
and I gotta say,
Yeah,
I think
shame-
no, I think they're choosing this dude just because of like no one knows him as well. Because if you look at this is something so telling. It says last month it was reported that Legendary Pictures was eyeing several action stars in mind for the voice of Detective Pikachu, including Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Mark Wahlberg, and Dwayne Johnson.
Dude, Jackman.
Yeah,
No, here's the thing. Yeah. That's because this guy's playing the human lead character. They still haven't cast Pikachu's voice yet.
Oh, I
apparently-
thought that was gonna be Pikachu. Okay.
Oh, I thought that was
No,
gonna
no,
be.
no, no,
It
no.
said star, so I was like assuming Pikachu's a star of a movie called Detective Pikachu.
No, because
Okay.
based on the game, from what I understand, there is a human, kind of Watson companion that he has with them. So they still haven't announced the voice of Pikachu yet. Which, again, the fact this movie is happening still is the thing that
It
gets
needs
me.
to be
Like,
Danny DeVito. Like that needs to happen.
I agree. That should, I would love Danny DeVito in this movie. That would be amazing.
See, this is the reason why cinephiles need to get their ass kicked. Because why the fuck would you want to have Danny DeVito in this fucking movie? That would piss me
Because
the
it'd be
fuck off.
fucking funny to have Pikachu wisecracking and acting like a fucking Italian mobster in this fucking movie. It'd be great.
I'm going to
It already
investigate a
looks like
mystery
All right,
as a
since we're going
Pikachu.
balls to walls, I want Tommy with soda. In. I am Pikachu. Oh, hello, Ash.
Oh
Who's
no!
Mario?
That needs to be like the rival detective agency, and it's like a fucking Squirtle instead.
Oh man, I
How's
just
your life? How's your sex life, Pikachu?
Next, we're talking about a movie called Detective Pikachu. You don't think we're gonna make fun of the fucking casting and talk about some bullshit?
I
Yeah, so
guess.
get James Franco as Tommy Wiseau to play Pikachu.
No, I want John Wayne to play Pikachu. Now, let's dig his ass up,
Oh, man,
reincarnate
I
him.
heard you
Let's
say
do this
John
shit.
Wayne. Wait, you said John Wayne, motherfucker?
I said John Wayne.
He's been dead for how long?
Not dead enough.
No,
Looks
like
like
Chris
we got a
Brown.
mystery here, partner.
Chris Brown singing Pikachu's voiced by Quentin Tarantino. I don't think we need to have him call
Like
another
Quentin
Pokemon the N-word.
Oh Lord! It's like, oh man, the most racially diverse Pokemon movie ever. They just were racial slurs left and right, man.
I mean, the making of the movie would be more interesting than the movie at that point because he's just like
Oh.
saying the N-word and everyone's like, "Hey, fuck you, man." Justice Smith is
how
like,
did Pokemon movie get an R rating?
and Justice Smith, and Justice Smith, dude, like that's a character, that's a name of a guy where I feel like that should be a name of a character. I was like, Justice Smith, is this like a voice actor of somebody who played Justin Smith? Like who's Justice Smith? Like this is a really
No,
weird
Justice
name.
Smith sounds like a Supreme Court justice. Like he doesn't sound like an actor. Just,
It sounds like a fucking Batman hero. Like it's like the
Villain.
it's like Robin's sidekick.
Detective.
Yeah,
Unknown branch of justice.
Justice Smith. He's just like over there, like
How do you name your fucking kid Justice? Like out of all the names you like, I could name him Brad or Dave. Nah, Justice. Fuck it.
no, that is not even the weirdest name out there. Trust me. I mean, what?
I know,
Nicolas
but it doesn't fucking help.
Nicolas Cage's kids. One of his kids' name is Kal-El. I think. If I
Yeah,
remember
but that's
correctly.
at least a name.
a comic book character name.
Yeah, my fucking brother basically has almost the same name because it's close enough to an Arabic name.
Okay, but then like when Gwyneth Paltrow has her daughter Apple, I believe is.
Yeah,
her
that's
name.
some stupid bullshit, man.
Apple.
yeah. No, I don't know, man. But like I said, dude, this whole situation with Pikachu, I'm so surprised that this is even happening. That there's so much news about this fucking Pikachu. And what were you saying, Justin? I see you were trying to say something.
Oh, Christopher Walken. Dejan, you're right. Christopher Walken needs to play Pikachu. I want to see that now.
Oh, fuck that shit.
The correct answer is Chris
I'd watch
Tucker.
that shit.
See, there we go.
no.
Chris Tucker or Kevin Hart. I know Walter said that
Oh
on the show today.
Lord, fuck
Chris
that.
Rock.
Well, I mean, hey, oh no, I was gonna say The Rock is in this movie. Kevin Hart's not far behind.
But
That's actually a good. Okay, that's gonna be the thing now. You just said it. That Squirtle that you're talking about. That's gonna be Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson as Pikachu. There you go. Thank you, Alan. That you did that. shit.
Shameful.
God, fuck that.
So we're having a good time. Let me fuck it up actually, because
Oh, good.
one thing, and you guys probably saw this in the Google Docs when I showed that shit. Which, by the way, I wasn't actually meant to show you that particular part. I was meant to show you just what fucking Alan said.
Don't ha, you little bitch.
Yeah, you
Fuck
might.
Ryan
Wait, say it
Man,
in Gary
fuck
Egan's
that
face,
guy.
or I mean voice. No fucking. Say it again, little bitch. Ah. No, but here's the thing though. To fuck this up, and this is something that's it's actually kind of obvious. Ryan Seacrest apparently likes to Ryan caress. This fucking dude is sexual.
This uptight motherfucker did anything to anybody under any circumstances? Man, fuck that guy.
Well, wait, were you saying like this uptight? Like you said that questionably. Like,
Dude,
are you
Fucking
surprised?
Ryan Seacrest is so uptight. If you shove coal down his throat, he'll shut out diamonds in a week.
God damn.
Thank you, Ferris Bueller.
I love that. No, but that's the thing though, dude. Like, this is a dude who doesn't need to do that shit. Like, I am really
Yeah,
surprised.
American Idol's been canceled, man. He has nothing else.
No, it got revived. It's getting revived
What?
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Of course it is. Everything
Never
comes
kill on
back.
American Idol.
Yeah, everything
Fuck
comes
American
back.
Idol,
Yeah.
man.
You're just mad 'cause you don't got a Canadian Idol, because you motherfuckers.
No,
are
we
not...
do.
Oh, damn, sorry.
The only reason fucking not Hinder. God, who's that other fucking shit?
Oh,
Headley
Daughtry?
and another band that just
Is it Daughtry? Chris Daughtry?
Daughtry, yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason those fuckers are still around is because of Canadian Idol.
Oh man, yeah, I actually fucking like Daughtry. So-
Daughtry fucking sucks.
Oh,
And
you
Dr.
leave him
from
alone.
American Idol. I mean, that's how he got his big break. So
Exactly, and
What?
I loved his shit. Like his band just literally called his last name. I think that's cool. I want to like do that.
Up his own ass much.
I'm gonna get my own band just called Diaz.
It's copyrighted.
Man,
It's a
why don't
mariachi
you-
band.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't you look Kuracha playing? No.
Dude, I would love to do a fucking metal band where like someone goes, "Urgh," but over like salsa music. You know what I mean?
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm
I
I'm
could
just so
edit after
tired.
you in an hour. Just get some random screamo and get some fucking mariachi music.
Yeah, man, but I don't even know most of the story. I just want to bring this shit up. I mean, like, Ganja, like, do you know much about what's going on here, dude? Because I'm honestly just surprised that this is even happening.
Not, honestly, man, when it comes to stuff like this, I am not surprised anymore. Like, motherfucking Demi Moore is now being accused of sexual assault now.
Yeah, with video footage now.
oh, right, 'cause
Oh, is that Demi
thing-
Moore making out the 15-year-old?
Oh, you damn right, sir.
He doesn't even look 15 though. Like, here's a fucking thing over here. This kid does
Yeah,
not
that's
look
what they all
15.
say when they're accused of making out with an underage. They didn't look that age.
Yeah.
No, this is an old fucking video. It's not like this happened I mean, did this happen yesterday?
No.
No, this happened. Yeah, this happened a while back, and then also the fact that no one, some anonymous person leaked it. Like, I don't think it was even leaked. I mean, the victim himself wasn't even accusing. This is just
Because he's
some
like,
anonymous...
fuck, I don't give a shit. I made out with Demi Moore. But she
You know,
was
that's the funny thing. It's like, I mean, I'm not trying to minimize any kind of sexual assault stuff
What the
here, but
fuck?
it's like,
She's drunk
I mean-
as fuck right now.
she's only a few years older than him, and he's, a young kid, and this beautiful actress, volunteers to kiss him, and it's just like, I'm just saying, it's like, I'm sure that kid was probably not protesting too much. I mean, this was 30 years ago when this happened, too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
on?
Like, he's probably like, fuck yeah, it's my birthday. I don't care if it's not my birthday. It's still my birthday.
Yeah, man. No, but this chick, like, she's acting like she's on something. Honestly, like,
Nah, she's
Oh no,
probably
she was wasted when this happened. So
damn.
I will
Look at
make
him.
you famous in about
Hey,
30
look,
years.
Oh!
Dude,
Like,
he's like,
yeah.
holy shit.
Oh, that's what a woman feels like.
Yeah.
oh god.
So I just want to
Money's
point out
go.
that when we actually start to make some ad revenue off of this website, that's going to be one of our things that is going to be unmonetized with the quickness.
Oh, absolutely, with the quickness. But it will have the title of Demi Moore fucks kid. Like,
Make out with
big
the
bold
kid.
letters and a nice good
Well,
headline.
she didn't, and you'll get sued for libel technically.
I was gonna say,
so-
like that whole thing of her being accused of sex. I was like, no, she just made out with a kid, like when she was like what, 18, and he was 50. It's like,
Nah,
that's not
she
even
was-
making out though. That's just a regular kiss. That's not a big deal.
Dude,
whatever.
Well, but that's the problem is that the legality of it. If you
Okay,
argue
that's a
the
little
case hard enough, yeah, I'd say like you
it's
can
not gonna
argue.
hold up
that-
in a court of law. Good luck with
It
that.
won't.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
will.
I'm saying is that by legal
It won't.
definition, kissing someone who's underage is technically still assault, quote quote. Even though, yeah, it was,
Yeah, but the fucking victim would have to come and file the charges. You can't file the charges based on the behalf of somebody else.
technically with child molestation stuff, that's not the
What
case.
the
But,
fuck?
yeah, but that's the problem.
Why
But that's
did
the
you
problem.
yell
Again,
at
it's like,
me?
yeah, there's no one reported this except some anonymous dude on the internet who happened to have this footage.
Yeah,
So-
because there's no assault required. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, that's what makes me so sick of all these assault cases. Like, I mean, I get it. There are actual legitimate issues of assault that need to be addressed, and they need to be punished, and they need to be reported. I get that. I totally support
I honestly think y'all kind of giving her a pass because she's a beautiful Demi Moore.
No, because the reason I'm not even so much giving her a pass is she was clearly young at that time, and so they're both clearly really young at the time. It's just like
Well, she's
kids
not
having
15
fun.
years old, young.
I think she was 19 at the time, bro.
18.
Yeah, okay, but if she was fucking 30, then it's like, okay, that's a fucking.
Okay, you can't do it
Yes,
like
I
that,
can, man. There's
You-
a huge fucking
no,
difference.
if-
between
no,
5
no,
years
it
and-
isn't, man.
and 15, man.
Because I remember fucking being 18 and trying to hang out with fucking 14-year-olds when like my cousin them come over to my house. There's a world of difference in maturity and
Man.
age and thought process. Like you're just trying
That's
to
a
pick out.
big fuck. Nah, man. I'm just saying. It's like,
Nah.
yeah, she didn't fucking take him in the back and show him a new world. Like,
Yeah,
he
but that's
fucking made out. Like,
only if you sing it. But that's the thing they made out that is still considered sexual assault. It was
nah,
still
man. I think
sexual
people
encounter with a
blown this
mom.
way out of proportion, man.
Well, and also,
Nah.
it's the problem too that again, like it's
I
not.
think you would have a bigger problem if we reverse it, and it was like Miley Cyrus making out with some 19-year-old kid.
I'm sure that happened tomorrow, but
Yeah, but
I
I think you would be more hostile to that situation.
no, I do not think I would be more hostile to that.
There was
fucking
actually a
situation.
case, if I remember, that Miley Cyrus did do grinding on someone who was much older than her when she was a teenager.
Yeah, wasn't
which-
it what's the face from that video? Like on
Yeah,
stage?
and that got buried because again, it's like, yeah, technically that's underage, but you can make the argument, whatever, that it was just them just fooling around. There was no actual stuff going on there.
Yeah.
But then that's problem too. Like when I think assault, I mean, again, not justifying anything, but when I think assault, I think assault, and
Okay,
that's the problem.
motherfuckers aren't punching people and having sex. That's called rape. Sexual
that's the
assault
pro-
is unwanted advances. Unwanted. You can see in the video that wasn't unwanted.
Yeah, but he's a minor. He can't make sexual decisions yet, fool.
I know.
Depends on what state you're in, and even then, she
Not
was
even what state you're in. When it's an adult, they have more maturity than you. They can easily manipulate you to these
by a
situations.
few years. Like I said, this will never hold
That's
up in a
not-
court of law.
that-
Even if it happened
When it's-
yesterday.
When it's kids that age, few years does make a difference. That's why we don't have high schoolers go to school and middle schoolers.
And the thing that I agree with Ganja is like I hate that there is somewhat of a double standard because I'm telling you this would be
I'm
a
not
really
saying that a
weird.
double standard. I'm saying look at the age difference. That's my only thing.
Yeah,
Dude, no, but if it was a
double
dude,
standard.
if it was a
Like,
dude,
the age difference would piss me off more, to be honest with you.
No, again, I just
Yeah.
think there's such a low, like a few years, like they could have easily been in a relationship because again, it's such a low amount of time between them.
Man,
19
if
and
she was in a
50, come on.
relationship, she should go to jail.
Yeah.
What, for a 19-year-old thing? If it, come on, man. It's
Fuck
not like
yeah,
fucking-
man. Dude, when I was growing up, I knew a lot of sick I'm gonna call them what they are, sick motherfuckers that dated 15-year-old and 14-year-old girls when they were like 19 and 20. And
Nah,
that's
man, I
that
think
shit's
that-
always got some manipulative edge. They're usually taking advantage of some girls. That's a fast one. There's some shit like that that's not kosher. And usually when it comes to this case,
Oh,
it's
sure, motherfucker, you're talking about relationships, not a meal on a plane.
Hey, don't be posting out shit because you're losing right now. My point is that the fact is that they're taking advantage because they're older people and they can do that, whereas the kid is more likely to want to please the older person, especially in a relationship. That's why we have the magical number 18 that cuts off any relationships.
especially
Man,
this
again, I
another
think
thing,
you're
too.
looking way too much into this, where it was something that was fucking harmless, and you're sitting there with like
Yeah,
a
but you said it was
person
harmless.
behind you going, no, not before marriage. Like, it's
No, I'm not
that-
saying that. I'm saying
Still.
wait till the bitch is 18. Wait till they're adults.
No, because another thing too, Alan. Here's the thing. Just looking at this fucking picture, dude. That little boy was not ready for what he was about to get. Like, I mean, granted, like, yeah, it's just a kiss, whatever the fuck. But it's like, that's somebody who is not developed. That little boy.
He's terrified
come
right now.
on,
Look
man.
at his
The
eyes.
motherfucker's talking like he just came out of the womb. Like, there's such a low discrepancy between the ages, and they're both at a fucking party. Like,
I say there's a huge discrepancy.
I
bro.
think there's not that much,
No,
man.
he's like scared. Like, watch. Like after like the third kiss, like he kind of pulls back. Like,
yeah, because she's putting, the alien seed in his stomach.
look at
and
that shit. He's just like, what the fuck? Like,
basically.
he's not even enjoying it, bro. Like, honestly, and
Yeah.
he is not enjoying that. He is
Man,
fucking like.
y'all
weird
are
out.
analyzing
I
30-year-old
think
footage
you- I
going, was
think
this
you-
that? Like, come on, man.
I think you're projecting your wants onto this kid.
Oh no, that's not do that.
Don't
God
lie
damn
to
it,
me.
Alan, I was gonna defend you, you motherfucker.
Like, don't lie to me because I've been there too. Like when I
Okay.
heard like teachers
All,
sleep with
all
students.
joking aside, like I don't think I think there's such a low discrepancy that this doesn't matter. Obviously, she's an attractive woman, but it's just like all joking aside, like taking that out, it's like I don't see this as a big deal compared to some of the other shit that's going on. I don't even think this is a fucking blip on the radar. I think this is
Compared to Kevin
just
Spacey
dumb,
forcing himself. Yeah, exactly.
at worst, this is a dumb decision she made when she was drunk.
See,
Like,
here's
yeah.
my thing. Like, to me, sexual assault is sexual assault, no matter the degree.
I don't know, man.
If
I
you,
think
you didn't maybe rape her, but you still took unwanted advances on him or her.
And
That's
one
still.
thing, too-
I think
sexual
y'all are
assault.
looking way too deep into this fucking 30-year-old footage, man.
No, but here's another thing too. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just
we're
it's
done.
disgusting because it is like a topic and everything. But it's
No,
like,
no, no. I just
I'm
think,
not
like,
trying to solve the shit.
like-
Like, I'm not being Dick Tracy or something.
But fucking God is trying to be like the fucking Detective Pikachu on the fucking kid.
You're damn right. Pick a bitch. She need to go to jail. That's a sexual assault on a
That is not, man.
No, but one thing I will say though is like, okay, so you're saying like that's not a big deal. It's 19 to 15 is not a big deal. But then you gotta keep in mind that constantly girls are getting fucking arrested for fucking their students in schools, and some of those girls are 20,
that's
22
straight
years
up
old.
Fucking though, like.
Well, we don't know what the
Well,
fuck
and
happened
probably-
here. Like, there could have been something.
If you tell me, hey, if you tell me tomorrow that she took him into the back and showed him a whole new world, sure, I was fucking wrong.
Yeah. Well, and that one too with the teachers, knowing a little bit about law and that such from my parents and that such. My dad's a lawyer.
That's their public service.
In that case, well, yeah, because that case they're in a position of power or trust. That's an even bigger criminal offense because they're using their power and authority to take advantage of minors. That's an even worse offense in that case.
Yeah.
So.
So I mean, like I said, but you know what, Alan? Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with you. I know.
Tell that to Ganja. Ganja's about to fucking lock me up for something, man.
No,
I'm
it's all
suspicious
good.
of you right now, sir.
No, it's all good. But like that's the thing though. Like, cause for me, like I'll tell you this much: if I was that 15-year-old kid, I would have said, "Hey, kids can be the only thing. Let's fucking go to the back ASAP." Like,
They'll
my
get
head would have
arrested
been
in
up
30
in that
years,
booty.
but fuck it, who cares?
But the thing is, though, it's just like I'm like that kid's not me. I was a little fucking dirty motherfucker, but like that little kid, he is uncomfortable. I can like literally feel the discomfort. Like
He's
coming from the fucking
nervous,
screen.
man. Like he's
No,
clearly never made out that.
dude. Like I grew up with this.
Motherfuckers are confusing nervousness and uncomfortable.
No, sometimes it's the same thing. But like the thing is, like, dude, I've been in the situation where I had a homeboy that wasn't like a woman in her 20s, which is just a year older than Demi Moore, and that shit was definitely exploitation on her side of taking advantage of a little kid and trying to get him to do whatever he wanted.
man.
Like I've seen this shit play out. It's not as
Y'all,
innocent as
y'all looking way too deep into this BS, man. This
It's
is,
also,
Mhm.
yeah, no, go ahead.
no, finish. I was just ranting.
Well, and again, it's the problem too that again, this wasn't reported by that kid or his family or anybody else. This was reported by someone else who was not involved in the situation. And now we have, the internet witch hunt that goes on with everything else going on.
Sensationalist. It's like,
And
oh,
that's the
well,
thing-
this is popular now. We could have released this yesterday, but this wasn't news yesterday. It's news today.
But like
Now,
another thing
if the
too,
kid,
that's being
if the kid reacted to it, like if him or his family had reacted to it, then that would be a bigger issue because they're like, yeah, this actually did cause harm to him, and he said, yes, that was totally unwanted. It was very scarring or whatever kind of thing. Then that's a serious issue. And I think that's the problem. Then is like, again, I feel it's a blame more on the internet because I mean, we've become so much like we want to root out everybody, every possible crime because it makes for good gossip, it makes for a good story, it's sensational.
I
Like,
don't know, Justin, because like I heard when David Bowie passed away, there were stories coming out with him, and there was one that was the woman even came out and says, "Yeah, he was my first kiss," and she was 13, he was damn near in his late 30s. Like that's the thing, like you give this a pass, but that can easily turn around when you switch the situations. Like I've talked to guys where they're like, "Yeah, man, I would have been cool with that. What about your daughter? Fuck that."
yeah.
No, and I understand. I mean, I'm not saying like if it was actually like aggressive, unwanted, bad behavior like that stuff, then yes, totally, people should be judged fairly.
Yeah, but my thing is, you're trying to defend it because like they didn't release it themselves. But like if she still committed a crime, even though the victim didn't release it or the family or her release it, we still witnessed the crime. Like if I beat up Alan on camera, Alan just released the footage. I don't release the
That's a
footage.
huge difference. It's
But
literally
there's still a crime
assault.
that occurred on
A
camera.
kiss? Come on, man.
That
That
is
not that big of
sexual
a fucking
assault,
deal.
Alan,
That's
on
not
a
that big of
minor.
dude. Within that sort of a time span, man, that is not.
That
Like,
is
that is
sexual assault on a
ridiculous.
minor, no matter what you say.
Oh
that
my
is sexual
god,
assault
man!
on a
Like
minor.
you are way too onto this fucking witch hunt shit.
I'm
Like,
not, man. I just know what the laws is because I had a friend who dealt with this shit personally.
No, and another thing too is like even like street law, like just like knowing whether or not to do something. How long does it take for you to ever like kiss your date? Meanwhile, you know what I mean? Like how
What?
you know what I mean? Like shit like that's a certain step. That's a certain step that you just don't go to yet.
Dating terms now. She got drunk and made out with a kid. So fucking what?
But
She's
dude,
like,
but that's
not
the
that
thing.
much
You don't do
older,
that.
like-
It's the words you just said.
No, it's not older. That's the thing. If you're talking about like the fucking Dave Bowie 13 on 30, yeah, that's a big fucking deal.
Nah, it's
But
the
fucking 14, 19, come on.
But
after
dude,
18,
the
you don't
thing
mess with people past 18, below 18,
Oh,
bro.
man, that,
yeah, and then like the biggest thing too is like, dude, like that's not one of like your go-to steps. Like you don't put your lips on another person. That's like even when you go on a date with somebody, like you ask, you wait, you know what I mean? Like this girl literally just says, "Hey, we're drinking, we're in the same area, we're on the video. I'm just gonna fucking make out with a little kid," and you literally just said that sentence. You said, "Oh, come on, man, she just made out with a kid." What? Like
she was also a kid. Like she's like what? Like
She was
a few
19,
years
that's
older,
not a
man.
kid anymore,
We're not
bro.
talking about
She
like
got a
decade.
driver's license. Like that's not good. But I mean,
She owns her own house right now.
That's
in
because
that
she was a
video.
famous actress at the time, not because of she was
That's
an adult.
That's proof how much of an adult she is. She can
She
own
was a
property,
famous
so
actress, man. She was in all
She
sorts
could
of
have
movies
served
and
in the
shit.
military. She's a grown woman. Leave the kid alone,
meanwhile, Sylvester Stallone's like, I agree with Ellen.
man.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
I mean, this one I need to hear further details because
Yeah.
apparently,
Okay.
there's the one claim from one person talking about it, and then Stallone says that never ever happened. That he doesn't even know who the person was. So I can't judge fairly
Well, of
on
course
this
he's not gonna.
situation
Okay,
with Stallone.
I had to
Yeah,
interrupt
come on
because now I need to go off because this is what pisses me off. And somebody said this in the fucking refugee spill, and I can't show their name or anything because that'd be fucking disrespectful and everything. So I'm not gonna do that. But and just like what Justin did right now, I'm not gonna yell at you, Justin. I promise. But
No,
I
you're
hate
right.
when people do that shit because when people say something like, "Well, let's wait till we find out." Why do we wait till we find out about this fucking guy? But when Harvey Weinstein, right away, oh yeah, he's a sick fuck, and he's Signor, oh he's a sick fuck. But because we
it
like
wasn't
Sylvester
just
Stallone,
one person. I mean, with Harvey Weinstein and those people, it was a lot of people who came out with them.
but it was one person at first. Sylvester Stallone might have
No, it
20
was-
other people come
the-
soon.
The first article with Harvey Weinstein was like, I want to say it was like five people who all agreed on that same article.
But
that
you
came out.
run the risk of defending a fucking not a cool dude. You know what I mean?
But,
Like,
no, I get what Justin's getting at, where it's like it's a bunch of not so much undocumented sources, it's a bunch of conflicting sources. With Harvey Weinstein, it was like, yeah, like we got like 8 sources that from different walks of fucking life from different places that are confirming this shit. With the Stallone situation, it's like we have 2 that are conflicting, so it's like we don't exactly know what's going on. Did he do something bad? Yes. To what degree? We have no fucking idea.
But the
He could
biggest
be
thing
as bad
too,
as Harvey Weinstein, or it could just be like he just fucked up once. Like
there's a problem with that dynamic though, in that rule, because like you're saying, like, well, there's conflicting sources. Any crime in the world is conflicting. Just ask the fucking suspect. Like,
well,
you
no,
know
but
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
we're not. Yeah, but like we're talking about like the sources themselves as well. Like a lot of times, like how often have we seen like straight denial of this stuff? Usually when this happens, they're like, yeah, I fucking did it. I mean, it sucks and I'm a fucking asshole, but I did it. Like,
Well, like
we've
Lucy Kay.
seen very few people denying it.
but like,
Yeah.
in situations
That's
like
not
this-
true. We had Kevin Spacey in his famous denial. I'm gay.
That's
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like even Louis C.K. who
that's
said-
not really a denial. That's more of a deflection.
Yeah, but Louis C.K. He said, yes, I did that thing and I did wrong. So
Which is a very
And
rare
Harvey
thing.
Weinstein fucking said I did wrong.
Yeah, but that's the
Well-
thing, like Justin, like they're not like most people don't like most. I mean, I hate to like say because it sounds so like trivial to say because it's so stupid, but it's like most suspects, most criminals don't admit to the shit they did. Like that's
Yeah,
why
but
they
you
get
keep
lawyers and
jumping
shit.
out.
I'm,
like-
I'm a rare breed just because I like to tell stories.
Yeah, but like, aren't you jumping on the other side of, oh, someone accused him, he's immediately guilty. But what if he's guilty? It's like, you're also jumping on him as well of being guilty without any of the other stuff. Like, what if he turns out that none of that shit happened no more?
I'm
You
glad
just called
you
him
brought
a
that
criminal.
up.
Apologize.
I'm glad you brought that up, Alan, because my thing is I've said this on like maybe 2 different occasions when this has been brought up, both the
Yeah.
current Weinstein accusations and all that stuff fall out that, and I think before this. My thing is I always side with the victims because most of the time people are quick to defend either, especially when it comes to celebrities, to defend the abuser in this case. And there's been a lot of stories throughout the history of Hollywood. Just you can back me up on this. Some people that have come out against their abusers and they end up getting blacklisted and shut out. And just because they didn't have enough clout or power or had enough people to back them up, and they get shut out because they experienced this abuse and this go on can continue to have a career and live long. So my thing is I always support the victim, but if in the end, like the court system will kind of expunge you from this. Like even if people go on, oh, didn't you rape a girl? You would be like Tupac and starts to make songs like I didn't rape her, they found me not guilty. Like you can continue to fight it, whereas when you accuse a victim who has possibly lived this circumstance, never have that chance to defend themselves. It's constantly getting shot down. And my thing is like with the Nelly case, I was supporting the girl in the Nelly case, and it turned out that bitch was lying.
Yeah.
She was full of shit. And you know what? I hate her more than Nelly now than any other rapist because you know what? She's taking advantage of a system that's trying to protect victims and making it harder on victims who actually are trying to get these guys busted.
Yeah, and that's
No,
the
in that
biggest thing,
case,
too.
in that case, we found out she was lying. So there we
And-
go. Then we can tell for sure. But like I said, if Stallone did this, then sure, yes, he did it, and that was wrong, and absolutely. But like you said with Nelly, even Charlie Sheen, he was being accused by someone who said that he raped Corey Haim, and his mother, Corey Haim's mother, came out and said that was absolutely not true.
Well, didn't
So-
Corey Haim say he had a homosexual relationship with Charlie Sheen?
Oh, well, because
Yeah, but so did half of Hollywood. So what's your point?
yeah, but oh, that's not right. But also, Corey, he's dead too, so we have the problem there. But
That's not right.
No,
yeah,
like
but
I get what Ganja's getting at, where it's like, yeah, you know, even if there's only one person, you have to sit there and look at the victim. But it's also one of those things of it's something I heard personally is as soon as somebody gets accused, 80 motherfuckers are like, oh, I know he did it. He look at his face. Like before Andy got fucking kicked, every motherfucker needs to like, yeah, of course, look at him. Of course he did it. It's just like we're quick to judge before the fucking facts are in, and that's just as dangerous as saying that the victims don't matter. Like to me, that's just as dangerous because. Like, what if Stallone ended up not doing this and he ruined his fucking life? Like, you just accuse him of some shit that he can't unprove, that he, you know, he doesn't have the evidence because he'll sit there and fucking writes down, I did this. Like, no, it fucking happened, and then either it did or it didn't, you know?
But see, here's the thing, though. Like, what my issue is not that we should burn him alive and fuck this guy and, you know, right away make our decision that, you know, he's a piece of shit. But let's also not try to defend a potential fucking, like, sexual misconductor. Like, you know, it's not cool.
And I'm not even in the sense, like, you know, even though that I like Stallone.
Well, I'm not saying you are, by the way.
Oh, no, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't want anyone to be confused that, because, you know, based on the last fucking discussion, apparently I'm just defending heinous fucking people.
Hey, Alan, you just like high schools because when you get older, they stay the same.
No.
I saw that fucking DJ bullshit, man. Fuck that.
God damn it.
God
See,
damn
now,
it.
I actually, you know, again, we don't agree on a lot of stuff, but I've been seeing eye to eye with you on a lot of this stuff too. So, you know, I mean, and it's just being fair. Like, you know, we want fair justice, but we also want, you know, again, we want it to be fair. We want to be say, you know, make sure we know who is guilty or who is doing what in what situation. You know, where if Harvey Weinstein in that case, we actually have not just more than one person, but then proof as well of what he did.
We got plant
you know?
DNA.
One big thing, too, to bring up, I really hate this little thing here. The Rocky Star spokeswoman said the story was categorically false, which means, oh, it's not that bad. It's still bad, but it's not that bad.
Categorically false means that's a fancy word of saying that bitch lying.
No, no, it's not. It's saying that bitch is telling the truth, but what she literally said was not extreme. Yeah, categorically false means like he did something close to as bad, but they can't prove that he like for sure.
No. I think what you mean. I mean, I see what you. No. Categorically false, saying like in any category it's wrong. Not that it's saying, well, it's technically a different degree of false. It's saying, it's trying to say it's absolutely.
It's a catch-all term. It's a fancy way of saying
Yeah.
bitch is lying.
Chris Brown is right too. Then you had Sizemore who came out, kicked off the set because he was touching an 11-year-old girl or some shit like that.
Yep. I heard about that too.
So I don't know, but like I said, for me, I want to be safe with everything, and I want to say that there's a potential that he's a piece of shit, and I do not want to discuss the potential.
Jumping on it is just as fair as saying the victim is, you know.
But I don't want to say that there's. I don't want to like, you know, equate the potential of him not being a piece of shit, because I don't want to be the guy that after all the news comes out and like 5 other girls come out, oh, he fucked me too, and the whole thing. I don't want it to be like, oh man.
You don't want to be that last Cosby defender.
Well, what's worse, being the guy
You don't want to be Martin.
being the guy that tried to No. What's worse, being the guy that tried to give the benefit of the doubt and ended up being wrong and be like, well, you know what, I tried to give him benefit of the doubt, or being the motherfucker that burn that guy. He's innocent.
Then don't burn that guy.
Like, what's worse? Like, you being wrong.
The beginning's worse, because the latter, I'm giving it information to know that someone fucking sucks, and then when I'm proven wrong, I go, okay, I was wrong. People are wrong sometimes.
I don't know. I think it's worse to accuse an innocent person than to evict a guilty person. That's just me. Like, the idea is like, oh man, you're innocent, but I'm still thinking you're guilty. I think that's worse than, oh shit, I actually thought you were a good person. Turns out I was wrong. Like,
well, and also the reason why we get so worked up about this.
Seriously, I'm not defending that motherfucker.
I still say OJ did it.
Yeah.
No, but you know, that's the thing is like, you know, that's the problem is that, you know, because there's no right way to make reparations or do anything with sexual crimes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's going to be something that it caused huge damage and it's, you know, largely irreparable for almost any person kind of thing. And especially because if you get accused of that stuff, it destroys your life. You know, it is, you know, so obviously.
Dr. Louis C.K.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. It's so intense, you know, and obviously if people are doing criminal actions and not sorry, not repentant, not trying to make any mistake, any improvements, obviously they should be punished for it. And it's just the problem. You know, I mentioned it in an earlier podcast. I mean, an earlier show with you guys. I think we were talking about either Kevin Spacey or somebody else. It's like there's no right way to make amends for any crime. I mean, because other crimes, except for murder, you know, you can make amends. You can make reparations for money or payments and stuff. This is one of those serious ones, and it's always going to be hard there's always going to be intense reactions because there's no way to properly, make amends, but there is always ways to make punishments, and those punishments will follow you forever. There's just no excuse, no getting around it. And that's what it just gets me so worked up because, again, I don't even know. I'm just.
Well, yeah, we don't have to keep talking about it. Like, I mean, we're done.
It's
Everything,
okay, man. If Stallone touched you, it's okay.
No, I know.
Show us some Adrian doll when Rocky shoved it.
No, but it's just the thing too. Like again, the whole Demi Moore thing when you were talking about it, the fact that someone else did that, it's like we don't know the full story behind it other than there's the video footage, and even then, I know yes, whatever the definition of assault, obviously that's legal, definitions of that stuff.
God damn it, Jay-Z, we made it out, man.
Yeah, we're out, man. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I totally get what you're saying. And by the way, like, we were done, but then you literally, like, another quote, and I'm just going to end off on this because I'm going to get the last word on this one.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting worked up about this.
No, it's cool, but it's just like, this one quote is like, we don't really have the full story except for that video footage, and it's like, God damn it. So,
hey, I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but video footage is pretty hard to, like,
No,
it's all good. But, I mean, it's just it's a
that someone
complicated
else
thing.
leaked it. That's the thing that bugged me.
And hopefully sometime we'll get more of the news and find out more shit, and then we'll figure out who's right and who's wrong. But until then, I'm going to be careful. But here's the thing, though. Speaking of wait, this is not speaking of being careful. This is just a bad segue. Flakes and chill, yes. Oh, I had no idea what the fuck to
Something
say.
lighter.
Lord, that was one of the. Sorry, I love you, Nick, but that was one of the weakest segues I've ever.
I know.
Speaking of sadness.
I'm sorry, dude, but
Speaking
I'm
of allegation,
I'm sick of celebrities touching me.
nothing says rape like good old Netflix.
Hey, you're joking, but wasn't that? I think the head of fucking Amazon got busted too. For a quick side note.
Oh no, we're not gonna
It
talk
did
about.
happen. I can't remember.
We're not talking about that shit.
Man,
The Buck quarterback
Not that
got
we don't-
allegations against him too.
The
Good
one
thing we don't
time
do
Hollywood
Amazon and
listens
chill,
to me,
'cause this
man.
would be fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
The one time Hollywood listens to me when I say everyone should air out their dirty laundry, I cannot believe this fucking happened.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, people. We are here.
I think
Punisher's
everyone
out.
would be in jail if we all aired out on dirty laundry.
Oh man, next year's Oscar is gonna be great.
No, but anyway.
We're done.
Yeah, we're done.
3 people in the audience.
Aw.
No, but anyways, no, actually, be a lot of people because apparently people like clapping for fucking molesters. And
Three
whatnot.
people in the audience and 5 people watching.
3 people in the audience. 2 of them are ushers.
Aw.
No, but anyways, but finally, people, it's out. It's time to finally talk about that show that we would fucking. Man, I feel like we talked about this like 8 fucking times before it even came out. But The Punisher is finally out, man.
Oh shit.
Now, I've watched quite a few episodes already, I haven't finished the entire season, but I'm almost there. Ganja Guru, though, did you finally finish this fucking thing?
Yeah, I was able to finish it today actually.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Oh, sweet,
Okay,
yeah.
I made it through 2 episodes.
Yeah,
so.
Sam.
Yeah,
Man, every
bitch.
free time I had, I was just dedicating all of it to the Punisher, man.
So you liked it?
Oh, I fucking loved it. The ending though was kind of fucking weak. It suffers from the same thing a lot of these new movies and new shows come out. They're trying to set up another season or sequel,
Yeah, no.
so they don't give us a full wrapped up ending. But besides that, the action sequence are great. John Berthal is fucking amazing as the Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
he is literally basically what Ryan Reynolds is for fucking Deadpool. I cannot see anyone else playing Punisher besides John Bernthal. Just the way he emotes and carries the character as a soft figure, as a hero. Like, you actually see the Punisher as a hero in the show, rather than just a hardcore vigilante that you see in the second season of Daredevil. Like, it shows that he deserves to be called a hero because he goes out of his way even sometimes to abandon his mission to help certain folks, which I hardcore appreciated. And the fucking story arc they have with this one soldier, which I'm not gonna go too much into it, but the way they touch on PTSD and just stuff like that, it was very well done, and it touched me like to the point that I cried at some sequences when they were doing that storyline.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. And then, like, all the side characters, man, it feels like I'm getting an equal amount of time with every single character in this fucking show.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many people, and I gotta say, man, like, there's certain things where they love to just, like, get really close to doing something. Like, we can't really say because I want to go into spoiler territory, but there's, like, certain, like, relationships and things like that that are
Yeah.
teased, like, oh, this is going to happen, and they get as close as they possibly can to just fucking completely shooting their wad at something, and they don't do it. And it's like,
Exactly.
whoo, fuck. Like, my heart's, like, beating, like, just like, oh, it's so close. Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because again, we only watched a few episodes, but I'm really, really enjoying this so far. Because one of the things I noticed, I'm like, man, this show is really slow paced. I'm loving the pace of the show. Of like, it's not like, oh man, we gotta go balls to the wall, we gotta do crazy shit. It's like, no, let's just take our fucking time. Like, I remember pointing out the first time, like, man, John Bernthal says like 4 words in like the first episode. Like, he barely speaks in the first episode, except for like a handful of like. Yeah, okay. Yeah. He just barely speaks. Like even the second episode, he's not really talking that much. The show's really slow paced. Even when it starts building up, it feels like so far it's earning everything. The only thing I don't like is the woman. I think her name is Medina, something like that.
Yeah.
I feel she's a little
right.
wooden. That's my only thing. Is I think she's a little wooden. I don't think she's bad, but I'm like some of her dialogue, some of her delivery. I'm like, okay, you're a little too.
She's
wooden.
token hot chick. I mean,
No,
Not
it's-
even token hot chick. She's
I
token
think-
like moral chick. You know.
I think that whole subplot should just be cut out entirely. Because I mean,
Okay, I
again,
thought it was
damn
just
right.
me. I was waiting for somebody to yell at me, going, "No, she's so important in comics, yada yada."
no, because I'm 2 episodes in, just like you, Alan, and
Yeah.
I actually do have some problems with the show with the slowness. Because I mean, I get it's supposed to be a
I
slow
like it.
burn, but my gosh, they drag out certain parts. of the
But
show.
I
And
like that though because it's trying to show like he's not Daredevil. He's not going out of his way to like I'm just gonna go save everyone. He's just like, hey, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just
No,
gonna
I
live
know,
my fucking life.
But the problem is that they have stuff like her, the other FBI agent, that her story.
FBI
is-
or ICE? That threw me out because she's
I don't
really
She's
remember.
ICE.
She's Homeland Security.
Homeland Security.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
because
All
when
right,
she
well,
shows
there's
her
a lot
badge,
interrupting here, by the way. Everyone needs
Oh.
to because I don't know. I'm like,
let's say
whoa.
how to
Her
ruthless
story
real
is
quick.
completely uninteresting. Like I could not care less about what's going on with her anytime I'm watching these episodes.
I agree.
Yeah, and really quick,
Yeah.
Ruthless is in the house. Ruthless, how
hey,
you doing,
this
man?
is good, man.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
Been a while.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I was gonna say what's up a little while ago, but I was just like, like, but
Stop talking over each other,
motherfucker!
I thought the fucking rules would have killed that voice for you, man.
Goddamn. No, but Ruthless, how much did you watch The Punisher, man?
I watched all of it.
Oh,
Damn.
damn, binge the fuck out of it. Damn shit.
Literally the whole thing all at
Don't
once.
fuck around.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I've been
Oh my
having
gosh.
really bad insomnia, so like I was like,
Oh yeah. You.
I'll watch
Yeah.
it.
I thought,
And-
you good, man, or is it still killing it?
it's fucking with me, man. I
man.
tried to sleep for a proper amount of time today. It didn't happen, but you know, life is life, man.
Yeah. No, but
No, it was dope.
oh no, I was gonna ask you. Yeah, like I mean, I know you were talking, I interrupted you, but no, like, what do you think about the show? Or well, you know, it's without doing any spoilers, obviously, but yeah.
Without any spoilers, I know Justin has an issue with the speed of the pacing. I actually really like that because I feel like they do a lot of things that I wondered would any superhero genre of anything, film, TV, whatever, would it ever address? And I felt like they spent time with and care with dealing with the soldiers that are involved in side plots and other side characters to the extent where I was going like, I really want to know what's happening with this person in the group that they never address what's happening with that person. It's like he's not even important. Like he has no bearing on the story whatsoever. And it's just this dude in group in a black leather jacket. He's always there. He always says something
Oh yeah.
kind of hopeful, but not too hopeful during the group discussions. I was just like, what's that guy's story? Like I know the asshole guy in this group. All right, cool. I got him. I got his story, which is hilarious. And he got what was coming to him. And I
Damn
got,
right.
I got what Lewis's story was, the younger guy. I was like, all right, cool. But I really wanted to know more about the rest of the group there. And I thought they took a lot of care to not be disrespectful to, what happens when soldiers come home. And I never felt like, oh man, they're doing cheap, things with the psychological aspects of all of the characters in the show. Because I thought everybody was dealing with the interesting aspect of that. And then if you're looking for the Punisher to be brutal as fuck, you found your TV series. If you're looking for some vicious scenes, you found your TV series. If you just want to blare metal music and watch people get shot, you have your series. I have no
Fucking
reason
brutal.
to tell you to watch anything else, but it's not perfect. So I would say, like, if we're gonna go DT scale, full price, low full price though. It's not something I would say like everybody should watch over again. But watch it once, man. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, now for me, now I'm just gonna put this up here really quick. This whole thing, and if I could, I would have bought this fucking thing. So far, of what I've seen, if this wasn't on streaming, I would definitely fucking buy it because I really really love the show, and I feel like I'm gonna watch this numerous times after one another and etc. But you're talking about the metal music things. It suffers from a little bit of something that I thought was gonna happen, man. But God, like they're just trying to get those fucking dudes.
Okay,
who
it wasn't as bad as some of the other shit.
Well,
No, I know what Nick's
you
talking
only
about.
watched 2 episodes, like, but like,
No,
like,
I know what you mean.
I know exactly what he's talking about. Yeah,
like
yeah.
the first episode, like I'll just say this, I won't go into a bunch of others, but like Alan, you have to watch it more to understand. But like, you know, that fucking song, like step left, right, one, and it's like screaming in my fucking ear, dude, and it's so fucking loud, and it's this fucking guitar.
That was one of the flaws, man. Some of it's just too much. Some of it's too much.
It's the worst metal music I've ever fucking heard in my life. And then it's like it's happening so loud, it's over everything else. So you're just seeing like Punisher do his thing, and the music's just like, and like I'm just like, yeah, what's happening? It's just kind of like, it's like Michael Bayism. It's like explosions, fucking rock music, Linkin Park, scream,
Blood, guts, gore, Marvel.
Just playing the Doom soundtrack over everything.
Man, that'd be hilarious.
I mean, there's a
like music
couple
with the
scenes
singer.
where it would have worked with like all the Doom music. I would have been like, all right, I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's so much dead air in this show. Like, I mean,
I disagree with you, man. Like,
No, but-
me and you watch the same amount of episodes, like, except for when Miss Wooden shows up. I think that every scene is just like, I want it to go on longer. Like when Karen shows up, when you know, and he's.
I'm so glad you brought up Karen. I thought she was the weakest, Alan.
But before we
Oh,
continue,
I'm not saying, again,
Aw.
I'm not saying she was the straw. I'm just saying like I liked everything that I saw. Because me and Justin saw the same amount, and to me, it's like, I loved every fucking second. Like I was like, shit, can we watch more?
yeah, but Justin, actually, what were you talking about? I was actually gonna throw it to you, but go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, well, I mean, the dead air, when I say like that, like, you know, I'm okay with slow burn shows. I'm okay if they take their time, which they obviously are. They don't want to just throw a bunch of blood and gore at you, which, I mean, they started the whole show with some pretty nasty violence early on. But it's the problem, too, that the show is not written well enough to be a slow burn show at times, because it's not bad dialogue, but it's very average. And I find there's a lot of the stuff about the show that is very average. Like, it's not very glossy or arty in its cinematography. It looks pretty, you know... Don't roll your eyes, Alan.
I will
see
roll
you.
my eyes in my head and audibly groan, motherfucker.
Well,
I'm just saying, like,
elaborate, though.
Just like when he takes that bird dick.
Shut the fuck up, Ganja.
But I'm just saying, like, the idea that it's not as arty as the other shows, which is okay. It's trying to be a stripped down show. It's trying to be simpler. But in that sense, there's a lot of scenes of just people talking, and it's not. I mean, they address interesting topics, like Ruthless is saying. Like the whole bit with the veterans group is interesting. It's just that the dialogue itself is like, okay, it's kind of what you hear in a lot of other movies. It's not sparkling. It's not like really great dialogue.
No,
And it's
How
this
that way
is
with the bad
Punisher,
guys.
though. To expect sparkling, I'm a little like just like confused, like because why would you want sparkling off the Punisher? Like I think
Well,
the
already world conversations with anything.
yeah.
No,
like,
I get that, but I found like Daredevil season 1 had tighter writing because there's much more interesting characters, and I think it helps too that some of the actors are better in all the other shows. Because I mean, I think John Bernthal's great. I think what's the guy, the main black guy who's in charge of the veterans?
Oh yeah,
group?
that guy.
Curtis.
yes.
Curtis.
I really like that. Yeah, I really like that guy a lot. I'm not crazy about Evan Bach. What the guy who plays Micro? I think he's okay.
Oh, Micro, I've seen him in other stuff. Like he's really good. I'm waiting for him to kind of them to do more. Like I've only seen a few episodes, but like I've seen him in other stuff, and he's really good at what he does. So I'm kind of curious, like how they're going to continue moving
Yeah,
him on. But like,
maybe he gets better, but I also found that yeah, I mean, again, the FBI agent, I think it's just the problem that her dialogue's not very good, and she's not very good in that role. The guy who's even worse is her partner. I'm just like, that guy.
oh yeah,
Yeah, Sam
I'm gonna
Stein.
cause-
Did not like him at all.
Mister,
Wow,
I'm going to
please.
cause problems to be a weasel just because I have no other character
Well,
development.
he's essentially that same character from Luke Cage, the partner of Misty Knight. He's just that level of annoying anytime he's on screen.
The
and,
thing
like,
is,
pretty
he does redeem himself later on, and he does become a better character, like in a few episodes later. But the thing is, though, is like talking about that. And speaking of Micro, Mr. AKA TJ fucking or cheap version of TJ Miller.
Man, I
that
did the
motherfucker.
opposite, man. TJ Miller's the cheap version of this guy. I'm sorry. I know y'all love TJ Miller and want to nominate him to be president. I've never really found him that funny in the Deadpool movie. Maybe he's funny in other stuff, but I did not
It's
like
not
him.
even
in
about
that
being
movie.
funny. It's just about like he just looks so much like him, and he
They
just
do look
acts like
similar.
him. Like it's like if Deadpool came out after this came out, then I'd be saying the complete opposite. But it's just like I've seen this character done. I've seen that type of everything. Like I've seen this guy already, and I don't want to see him again because I don't like T.J. Miller, and I like this guy less. You know.
I don't know. I'll see that they look similar, but as far as like so far what they're doing, like maybe he'll just completely have a complete change in the next fucking episode. But so far it's just like no, he seems kind of just there and within his faculties. Like T.J. Miller in the Deadpool movie is just there to deliver a punchline. Like that was his entire character thing in that fucking movie.
Oh sure.
Yeah, of course. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just okay. I mean, and again, I haven't given it many episodes. I'm going to start watching Stranger Things 2 this weekend with my parents, so I won't have time to finish Punisher just yet. But
Yeah.
you know, I would like to give more of a shot, but I kind of have that same feeling that I did with Luke Cage, where I'm just like, I'm not even disliking the show, but if I have to go by the rating there, thank you, Nick. I think Stream It is probably a good rating for it right now. I mean, again, only judging by 2 episodes, but I'm like, there's no real need for me to just dive into it. It's just like, okay, you know, I might have an hour to go. Let's just watch some Punisher, see what that's like.
exactly. And you know what, Alan, I'm gonna ask you. And by the way, too, like Eddie, did you see this at all, man? The Punisher.
I watched the first 3 episodes so far.
And so far, like, what do you feel about this show, man?
I like it for the most part. I will say that when that detective lady and her sidekick first came on, I was like, we're really doing this again. This
Yeah.
has to happen every show.
Hey,
where we
every-
have to have a subplot. It's like a procedural where like the detective lady and her smart-ass sidekick are like rebelling from their boss. It's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like really doing this
And speaking of too,
again.
man, I like how they didn't like typecast the writing for the old man, like the fucking the police chief.
That guy can
That's a
kick
bad
ass, man.
motherfucker, man. That was
Oh, that
awesome.
Mr. Wolf, whatever his name was.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because you're thinking, you know, he shows up, he's gonna get his ass kicked. Like, no, that fight scene goes on for a while.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, damn. I was rooting for the old guy halfway through. I'm like, kick his fucking ass. Yeah,
No, the action's really good when it happens. It's really good
Yeah.
action and stuff. So
Yeah. So, but
I would
actually-
say
oh, go ahead.
I will probably never want to ever be a construction worker after watching the first episode.
No shit.
hey, oh man, I was making that same joke. I'm like, man, construction must be huge in the Marvel universe. It's like, shit, Captain America damn another fucking boat in a building. We got 6 months of work, guys.
God.
well, you know, that's the
That's just
problem
New
is
York
that
in
you know
general.
when people get out of jail, they go to construction workers, and then they just perpetuate more crimes. It seems like that's what they're
Damn right.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, man. But you, Ganja, like if you were to rate this show, what would you rate it so far?
Me personally,
Well, you
fucking
wrote the whole.
buy
You
it.
watched the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Fucking buy it. If you could possibly buy it, it's a stream show, so make sure to give it 5 stars on Netflix so they know you enjoyed it, or tell your friends and family to watch it. Me personally, I think John Berthal is the strongest character in this. This is
Yes.
you're watching this for Punisher. Like the other characters are pretty good, they're complimentary, but this is his fucking movie. The rest is just to keep the story along, keep it more intriguing, so you're not constantly watching John Berthal going, "Hey man, yeah."
Let me ask you something.
Let me ask you
Oh,
something.
Yeah. Besides that, it's fucking amazing. What they go into some serious dialogue, as Ruthless touched in, with the soldiers and not making it seem like just them trying to get, I guess, quick views out of what is sometimes taken advantage of when it comes to PTSD. Because a lot of movies are guilty of that. They'll portray PTSD in more of a sinister light, or more in a try to make you see it as a dangerous thing that you fear soldiers. And this one just shows how a natural breakdown occurs from some kid that comes back, he's not adjusting well back to society. And they do a great dynamic where they actually compare the kid to the Punisher later on, and so that John Berthal's character, the Punisher, actually looks into what he is to a certain degree, without his morals or his extensions of like, oh, I won't have rules against this, I have rules against that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, man, I love that side character too. I don't want to say too much about them because I was actually very surprised when that happened. But God, dude, like this show is fucking nice.
Karen Page
I
is
toss in
literally
one more
the
thing?
weakest.
Oh, what's up,
for
Ruth?
me.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so I'm going to talk in TV tropes so that I don't give away what this actually means. They have a classic big bad and dragon setup in this series, and the guy who you find out is the dragon for the big bad. Like he's not even a henchman. He's more a partner than that. And his entire finding out his backstory and then like seeing him come to the end of the series, I was so fucking satisfied watching his last scene. Like, yes, that's exactly what I want to see happen to you.
Yeah.
I have never been so satisfied watching a villain get theirs on a TV show from Marvel. Like, all the Marvel shows have shitty secondary villains. This was probably the best one that they put together so far. I was like, yeah, thank you for doing this to this man. He was good. Like, I believed the conflict that was going on with him, but man, watching the last bits of him was like, yeah, that's worth it. That's worth it. Everything
And
about this.
I just love how it hints to like a major villain that's probably going to appear in the second
Okay,
season.
which I want to say that too. For people who don't want spoilers, I'm not going to say anything. Just like, there's one actor who you won't. I mean, if you look up his name, you will figure out immediately who he's supposed to be in a later part of the show, or maybe
Don't do
probably
it.
the-
Just
yeah, don't look it up. Don't look up his
I'll
name.
stab you next time I see you.
Yeah, you'll hear his name. I mean, in the episode, and if you don't know the context of it, good. Just wait until the ending of the season. But I will say I wasn't crazy about that actor in the episode that I saw him in, because I've seen him in another movie, and it sounded like he was suppressing an accent, which I don't know if he actually is foreign or not. But his acting style was a little wooden. I don't know. Does he get any better, Ganja or Ruthless?
To be honest, from what I saw, he kind of continues that kind of style of his voice work with the. I don't know if he was like Italian or some shit. It was very confusing.
Gosh.
Yeah, like it's for me. I was like, I can't tell if he's trying to do like a Italian Brooklyn accent, a Brooklyn accent, or he just doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, and it kind of gets worse as it progresses, especially when they have more of a conflict scenes with the main characters, and he's yelling and stuff, trying to maintain that accent.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're gonna keep that going, or they're just gonna drop it in season 2.
Well, because the other version, again, I'm not going to even say that. That's going to be the spoiler. But I'm just saying, like, I've seen him in other movies where he's played characters with accents, and I'm just like, okay, he's decent doing other accents, but it's weird when he's trying not. Again, I don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't think he knows.
For a few times, I thought he was in Italy, and then I was like, man, he might be Spaniard.
Well, because he played a Spaniard in a different.
Yeah, he don't know what accents he's doing, sir.
Okay, yeah, he does.
Well, Justin, I
just
think he's
guessing.
Greek actually. No, I'm just fucking.
Sorry that I fact checked you on a review. Sorry.
I'm sorry, man. That bitch was just brown. That's all I give a fuck about. But the thing is, but Alan, I'm gonna ask you, man. Like, so far, buy it, rent it. Like, how are you feeling about this, man?
So far, like, yeah, like right up there, because it's one of those things where it's like I sat through Iron Fist, and oh lord, never again. And my greatest accomplishment with watching Iron Fist is that it convinced most people not to.
I think Alec is disagreeing with your review right now.
She had to watch it with me, so I really don't blame her. But as far as this, yeah, no, straight up, like right up there, buy it, rent it, like however you feel. Like it's one of those things where it's like I'm itching to watch more because I'm like I want to see how this continues. I'm waiting to see some of the action scenes because some of the hand to hand has been really good so far. And to me, it's like I'm always looking for good action scenes in whatever format it is. I always want to see good action, so I'm itching to be like, when's the bigger action gonna happen? When is some of the characters gonna come in? Is he gonna get a costume? Like I really want to continue watching this. And I haven't felt this way since the second season of Daredevil, honestly. Because like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, like I was like, yeah, I'll watch the next episode because fuck it. But with this, I really want to watch the next episode.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, Eddie, how about you so far, man? What do you feel about this in rating wise? Like, would you buy it? Would you rent it? Like, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I would buy it. One thing I wanted to point out is that I think Corey's probably going to lose his shit.
Why
He
is
was
that?
making such a big deal about the Punisher getting his skull T-shirt in the first fucking 5 minutes. He
Go to
gets
the
rid of it.
Eddie, you forgot how much I was complaining that I didn't get to see that fucking skull.
Oh,
I was so
That's
fucking happy
hilarious.
when I saw that last outfit he wears. Man, I was mad he didn't have the ski mask as a complete set. Ruthless. I felt blue balled after that.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
But no.
but they did some stuff with and obviously folks have seen him with the longer hair. I was just like, yo, why are they having like the hair looked fake? But I realized it's really John Berthold's hair, but it's like it looked like the same fake beard they did for Luke Cage. I was like, come on, guys, come on.
Oh.
Okay, that was terrible. His whole head was just covered in hair, man.
You could barely see his face because they had so much hair on it.
Hey man, I'll tell you how
It's like, come on.
Looked like a chia pet.
God
It
damn.
doesn't stick around forever, but it was hilarious to me. I'm sorry. I love the snow, but it was crazy.
Yeah, but no. Eddie, I was gonna ask you though. Like, yeah, like what would you rate it though, dude?
I'm buying it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
No, yeah, no, I am.
Matinee, just because I haven't seen all of it yet. I've only seen 3 episodes, but I'm enjoying it so far.
Okay.
I'm hoping
yeah.
that they do more Punisher and less Detective Lady stuff, because that I could not give a fuck less.
Yeah, no, same here. But next week we're definitely gonna be doing a spoiler talk of this shit, like, because there's a couple things, like, honestly, like now I'm thinking about a couple things. I'm like, I would actually put Rain down a little bit because there is something that's pissed me off in the last episode that I saw, and I can't even say it right now. But yeah, next
You know
week
what I hate
might be
about
different.
the lady storyline, the detective lady.
Yeah.
The woman who plays her mother, I love that actress. She's one of my
Oh,
I
I'm the
hate that
opposite,
bitch.
I'm the opposite.
Really?
Like I've seen her in a bunch of stuff, and I feel like she plays the exact same role in every movie she's in.
but she's really
She
good
sounds
at
like
it.
the biggest
I'm
chain
sorry, she's
smoker.
not. Like, I don't know if she
Oh.
exactly is Middle Eastern, but I feel like she's always playing the Middle Eastern
She's
mother
Iranian.
in every,
She is Iranian. Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
plays that role in
every fucking role she's ever in, man.
Well, to be fair, I mean, she's a woman of a certain age. She only gets certain types of roles, sadly. I mean, when she was younger, she got other roles.
I'm
but-
just saying, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Just to me, it's like every time I see her, I'm like, as soon as I
Stop
heard her
being
voice,
a
I'm like, oh no,
hater.
not this again.
Ugh.
It sounds like a lady version of Morgan Freeman.
Oh.
That's kind of what she is.
She really is,
She's a-
actually.
She's a smart
Yeah, as-
older actress, you know. So
As soon as I heard her voice, I was like, oh no, please let me be wrong. Please let me mishearing this. No, it's her. Not again.
I was
thing,
so
too.
happy
I'm
when I
doing
saw her
20, I'm not doing another season of 24 again.
Yeah. But no, man. But anyways, people, it's been late, and actually, I'm about to go watch NXT Takeover, and you'll see me doing another stream tonight because fucking wrestling. God
And if you
fucking
don't like
damn
wrestling,
it.
you can hang out with
Wrestling.
me and Alan after hours and do some real fun shit.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, we're just gonna be fucking around and watching porn.
I'm gonna miss you.
Yeah.
Wait.
We're
Okay.
we have 5 categories selected by all the famous toasties. You know, Corey gave us some, Ray gave us some, Shay, Danielle. Man, everyone does. We got BBW, we got BBC, we got all your favorites.
Wait,
Just
BBC
come to
News?
the after hours.
Well, yeah, both of them.
You know I'm not talking about BBC News, sir.
Okay, sorry.
BBC must hate porn.
Big black cucks.
anything with acronyms must hate porn. I'm just saying that. So
Oh, man. But that's gonna be it, man. I am tired of shit. Ganja Guru, there's only one thing that's
Ready.
6. I had to go watch this fucking show.
I'll do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Attack! Sorry about the DT chat, y'all. Next week.